Hello, and greetings, viewers, and welcome to the world of Witternacht and the Tale of Cybil's Spear, Book 2, Chapter 11, our actual play, D&D 5e game. I'm Silver, and as always, I'll be your storyteller this evening, and with me are our players, AJ, Saga, Dustin, Jeff, and Conrad. Ernie will be joining us a little later this evening, hopefully. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, or if you've missed a session, I'd like to encourage you to check out our previous sessions, which you can find on YouTube at the link in the About section of our Twitch channel. Also like to direct you to our Discord server. Join our community, interact with us. Before we begin, I want to thank Smiteworks for Fantasy Grounds Virtual Tabletop of Choice, Sirenscape for our amazing ambiance, sound effects, and music. Getting a little bit of that right now. Discord for our voice and video, and Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, the game we play. Tales of Witternacht is not officially affiliated with any of these companies other than the use of their products, and the views and statements made during our game do not in any way represent those of these companies. Previously, on the Tale of Cybil's Spear. After parting ways with Percy, who returned to the Queen's Rising, Cybil's Spear returned to Ashmain Parlor, and after a brief discussion, retired for the evening. However, after all had went to sleep, Silenus snuck out and headed for Verelia's. After making the long trek, he was met with dismay, as the witch's cottage was no longer there. Leaving his familiar Galfrank to deliver a message, he returned to the parlor and went to bed. The next morning, party reunited with Percy for a nice breakfast and some deep therapy over family matters. Upon finishing, they headed for House Cicatrius to visit Zedri's family and hopefully secure horses for the journey to Swornsteed. The party watched as Zedri had an uncomfortable reunion with his mother and a bit more heartfelt one with his father and littlest sister. With kind words of encouragement from Zedri's father, the party headed back to Big Vent to meet up with Maddox at Abla's Grove. But the dwarf was nowhere to be found, leaving behind a kind note stating he had other affairs that forced him to leave town early, as well as the dice Zedri had placed on him in the Ashen Market the night before. With their business in town completed, for the time being, the party retrieved 5 draft horses from Zedri's family and headed out on the road to Swornsteed. And our story resumes as the party makes their way towards Swornsteed in the light of the afternoon sun. Here in East Shore, it is a little past midday on the 8th day of Faderman, 296 after the fall. We join the party, leaving the bustling city of Ashmain behind, heading out on the outstretched road before you, well-traveled and worn smooth by the passage of countless travelers. The initial chill of the day accentuated by the biting wind that sweeps down the path. To the east, the vast expanse of the Sea of Kings sparkles under the pale sunlight, its waves stretching toward the horizon and disappearing into the hazy distance. On the opposite side, the imposing Rider Mountains stand like ancient sentinels overwatching your journey. As we head out on our road to Swornsteed, what is everyone doing for travel activities, if any?
Well, I think first thing we should probably decide is what pace we're going at.
That would be a good call.
I'd say we'd probably be doing a normal pace for the horses. We're not particularly in a rush, but we're not necessarily trying to be stealthy about it either. So.
That makes sense. However, if we were to go at a fast pace, how close are we to Swornsteed? What's the mileage?
Let's pull that back up. Oh, it's not the map I have open here. Okay. My map's back up. I believe it was around
45
A little under
miles.
50, something like that.
There's 2 days travel on foot, and now that we have horses, it'll change it a little bit.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
even
you're
at
using
normal
draft
pace, it would still
horses,
be...
so you're going to have normal pace is going to be 4 miles per hour.
Okay.
So about
Is that going to get us
10,
there
11
in
hours.
1 day
So
at normal pace?
you're leaving after midday, so you have half
That's
a day
true.
worth of travel that you're going to get in today. So at normal pace, you'll get a third of the way. And if you stay with that normal pace tomorrow, you'll get there by day's end. So you'll have
Okay,
one night
that's
in the
fair.
wilderness.
That seems fair.
So yeah, Yoforder's gonna be keeping an eye out, maybe doing some scouting. He'd probably keep ahead of the group a little bit, just keeping an eye out on things.
Okay, so we're doing normal pace, at least for now. And Yofordir is scouting.
Yep.
Be in the eyes for the party.
Try to.
Before Yofredir wanders off, Alfred will turn to him. Yofredir, do you still have those navigator's tools you picked up a while back?
I know I bought a compass. Did I actually get navigator's tools too?
Oh, you just bought a compass?
You made the navigator's tools.
Oh,
so I
that's
have them.
right.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could still have those. I have the compass.
Alright. Yeah, okay, if Alfred... Yeah, Alfred would still have his navigator's tools from being an artificer. So he'll do the navigating for the party.
Alright, Alfred is the navigator. Rest of you?
Can Percy send out her birds, specifically Flute, her falcon, to do some hunting for them? Like of like squirrels or small rodents?
Yeah. Alright, Percy's hunting.
Zedri's gonna.
Silenus.
Zedri will forage. Looking for
Of course
some
you
plants. Listen, everybody else took the other stuff. I was biding my time.
Hey,
Well,
you're the
Zedri,
one
if
on
you-
the list, kid. I knew it was coming.
Cedric, if you want to do the navigating, I could start mapping out the area as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can. Maybe it's better that we forage stuff as we get closer to Swornsteed, because, I mean, it doesn't seem like we're really going to be making it there over the course of just today's travel.
Right.
Maybe one of you with a sharper eye would rather scout a little bit while I use the tools.
Which you guys can team up on activities to get advantage on them.
And I am proficient with the tools.
But you have to still choose one, whether you're helping or you're going to
Yeah.
do an activity on your own. You can't do both.
Okay, Alfred will swap over to creating a map of the area,
Okay?
just so we're starting that as good good practice.
Alright. Alfred is mapping.
He'll hand his
Percy's
tools.
still hunting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yofredir, you're now navigating instead of scouting? Or are you scouting?
I'll navigate since I have the proficiency.
And Alfred will hand you the tools for it.
Alright.
Zedri will assist Yofridir with navigating.
Well, I guess Silenus is keeping watch then. And everyone
Well-
else is too absorbed in everything else that they're doing.
Well, technically, Percy
He's
is
so-
sent one of her birds to hunt, so could she assist with keeping watch?
So yeah, I'll let you assist somebody else. I won't let you
Okay.
have a full activity to yourself, but I'll let you assist.
Yeah, so she'll assist Silenus keeping watch.
Okie dokie.
And Kiesel.
Kiesel's gonna, yeah, actually, I was ready. Kiesel's gonna light a cigarette and go up on ahead and start scouting.
He would.
Hey, aren't two of us doubled up on the
keeping
same
watch
horse?
is scouting. Just
Oh,
so
wait,
you know.
yeah. That's the
That's
question.
true.
Who's
Who-
doubled up?
Who doubled up?
He tripled up technically.
I'd say for easy, just make it easy. Kiesel's lounging in the back of the, just lounging
He's on break.
in a freeloader.
All right. I think we got everybody set. So,
Alright.
all right, going at a normal pace.
So Kiesel's lounging. He like lays down and calls over to the group. Yeah, wake me if anything happens. I'm just gonna take a short nap.
Take short nap on the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
We'll
doubled
get
up
into
horse
that.
wise?
Possible. It's not easy, but it's possible.
If you're tired enough.
Well, I think Kiesel has innately claimed his own horse then. So then, out of the four of us, we have to decide who's doubled up.
Well, Yofir's probably a bit big and heavy to double up with. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I was gonna say Alfred's probably doubled up with someone.
I can do Percy. We can do Percy and Alfred.
Okay.
Me and Zedri then.
No, we got five.
Well, we have 5, so we're
Yeah.
good there.
Oh, okay.
Zedri
Yeah, there's a
will
double one.
Zedri will move back and I guess take the reins if Kiesel's just going to go ahead and lay down. So now at this point he's leading his own horse and kind of helping with Kiesel's as well.
All right.
We can just say Kiesel's suddenly feeling a little under the weather.
All right, Silenus, give me a perception check with advantage.
Boy. Wish me luck, folks.
First big roll of the session.
Look
Okay.
at that, 13 that matched your preliminary fun roll. So,
He warmed up a die.
all right, 13.
Really?
Okay.
It's not terrible.
You're not under any navigation issues at the moment, so your navigator can kind of take it easy. So we would go to our mapper.
Oh boy.
Give me a intelligence cartographer's tools check.
I don't think I have cartographer's tools in my thing, but I think it's just my
Intelligence plus your proficiency.
yeah.
If you're, are you proficient with
Because you're
calligrapher's
proficient
tools?
in all tools, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Wow, how nice.
But it's got it as my dex when I for all the other tools.
Just
Okay.
click on it until it switches to intelligence.
Oh sweet. Okay, we're gonna do some Smith's tools. Maybe the Smith's tools weren't the right one.
Yeah, just don't show anybody your map as you get the 10.
Percy's like
it's
looking
very
over his
rough.
shoulder like, I'm not gonna comment.
It's hard to draw and ride a horse at the same time.
It's accurate. It's
Yeah.
Sure.
just very childlike. So
Well, wait, we can clean it up when we get rested.
I'm used to working with less delicate materials. It's not quite my strong suit.
You know what? Fair enough. I can agree with that one.
Alright. Percy, using your bird's stat block,
Mm-hmm.
give me a wisdom survival check.
Alright. I'm just gonna do wisdom. It's gonna be a 12, because
See, at least we all have similar roles, you know.
yeah.
Not high, not low.
You better knock it out of the park, Mr. Navigator.
2 nat 20s, watch.
2 nat 20s.
Hope
Buy you
so.
a beer if you get it.
Yeah.
I'll Amazon it to you.
DoorDash.
I'll DoorDash it. Or Uber Eats, so.
You get that one for free, guys. Next sponsorship's gonna cost you.
Give me an attack roll with your birds.
Oh, an attack roll. Alright. Do
Pretty easy to
that.
find game in forested grassland you're passing through, so.
Oof.
Doesn't come back with much, but enough to, sustain 2 people for a day. And I strain the sustain, not comfortable meal. This is
Yeah.
your uptick.
mean,
Basically
luckily-
comes back with a rat.
Well, luckily we have rations.
Well, every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Silenus as the scouter. You're the encounter roll guy. For this
Boy.
time around, at least. And then we'll rotate around from there, but... So...
12, right?
Normal, you start with the D12. And... Let's see. I gotta look at terrain here. I don't think the terrain's gonna affect you guys, but... This is where I wanted a printed copy, and I did not get a printed copy put together.
We're in forest, so navigation DC is 15.
Well, looking at the encounter, it being increased or decreased.
They're increased in the forest.
There we go.
What is?
Yep. So... It would go up to... the D20. Don't have anything else reducing it, so go ahead and do the D20 roll. Alright. Your journey proves relatively easygoing, for the most part, as the road is well maintained, as it winds its way through the landscape with a certain familiarity. Grassy plains swaying gently in the wind, as you pass between grassy plains and the forested areas, the trees doing the same. And as the light of day starts to dim, sunset approaching, you're faced with a decision to make. Attempt to push forward, which, given that you did have activities for the morning, would result in taking a level of exhaustion if you choose to push it, as well as traveling in darkness eventually, or find a good place to set up camp for the night.
You just sort of plan things out. So
Well, I think it's a good idea to just cut it for the night, because we're not in any danger of going over the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
We'll make it by the end of the next day. All right.
Sounds good to me.
Did will also just bring up to everybody, so those people who went missing on the road to Swornsteed, does that mean that maybe we should probably take it a little bit slower tomorrow, so that we can just look around, make sure that they haven't been pulled off the side of the road or anything like that?
It may take us a little more time, but I think it may be worth it if we actually find someone. So
I'm not sure that I want to spend 2 nights on the road.
Oh, of course not.
If we get an early start in the morning, then we can keep an eye out for others and still make it in time.
Would how early of a start could we get without imposing like I guess a level of exhaustion from not resting properly?
If you choose to go more than 8 hours of travel, you have exhaustion. That's a given. That's raw. So your 2 segments at normal pace is going to get you there. If you try and go slow on one of them, you're going to give up a third of that speed, which in this case is going to drop you down to 2 miles per hour. So basically you're going to turn that 1 segment into 2 segments. So you're either going to take the level of exhaustion and arrive exhausted, or you're going to have to spend another night if you're going to try and go slow.
Would we be able to counteract one segment of being slow with one segment with the latter being faster?
Yeah. Basically took fast pace for the first segment, you could do slow pace for the second segment, and it'll wash.
Perhaps all we know is that they haven't returned from Swornsteed. Perhaps we get to the town first and see if they're there. And if they aren't, we can spend a little bit more time on the way back.
All right.
Seems fair.
That could
Yeah.
be good.
We don't have to compromise on anything, and we'll be able to just figure out information as we go. Make a decision after we figure out more details.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
The wildlife is so loud around here.
A very strange sounding wildlife at that.
Wild iPhone. Alright. We haven't discussed it, so it needs to happen.
Silver Seraph
Not
1900.
Oh no!
Yeah. I would like to think that I'm guessing I don't have there it is. Yeah. I would like to think that Alfred has taken a lot of the rope that he's had and sort of like made a saddle on the side of one of the on the side of the horse that he's riding on.
Nice.
It's not the best, but it's comfortable enough for the journey.
Wait, is it Percy and Alfred are already sharing a horse?
Oh,
That's
God,
true.
You're right.
Scoot over, Percy. Sybil's riding.
You could say
Like,
like
Kiesel volunteered.
I was just about to say Kiesel's taking care of Cybil right now.
yeah.
Yep.
They're napping with each other.
That's how he made it comfortable. Sybil's riding like in front, like also straddling the horse, and he's just like laying on top of her, just like using her as a pillow.
That's a very sweet image.
Yeah, even though dogs can keep up with horses like
Yeah.
pretty well.
She probably could just be walking, but it's
Yeah.
But why make her walk?
I agree. Why make her walk?
She's a princess.
fine.
If you could figure out some way to counterbalance it, I think it'd be really cool to have a little Sybil sidecar that goes on the side of the horse, but...
With little
Get
goggles.
Cybil a little chariot. Put her
just...
like a little chariot.
Oh my god. When we have more time.
Yeah. So that can when Alfred and Percy can meet up in 6,000, they'll make a chariot for Cybil.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. I can't wait.
Alright, for making camp, who's doing the search and find a good camp location. Or
Zedric.
you just stand right alongside the road, in which case you don't have to search, but there's no protection to it, so.
Zedric can.
Percy can help as well.
Survival?
Or
Intelligence investigation or wisdom survival.
Okay. Oh wait, Yofridir has the navigator's tools. Should he be the one to?
Well, you're not trying to find your way to something. You're trying to find
Oh,
some
okay.
sort of a
I mean, I have survival
protected
too,
location.
but yours might be better.
Okay.
Yeah, yours is a little
17.
bit better.
So, you're kind of at a good location here that you could choose to find a location. Like, you're finding a good location either way, but you can go into the forest or you can go into the grassland. Just kind of a judgment call on whether you want to be out in the open flats with good eye lines everywhere, but everybody else has good eyesight on you. Or do you want forest with more seclusion and potential protection?
Well, do we want an eye on any neighbors we may have, or are we feeling surprises? And he'll point between the grassland and the forest.
Well, I
well,
think with... Oh, go ahead.
Oh no. Please.
I was gonna say, with us having horses, we have the advantage of, if things get hairy, being in a grassland would afford us the opportunity to run in any direction.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Guess we're going grassland.
Alright.
Hell yeah, bro.
Out on the prairie. Little camp on the prairie.
All of us
Tonight's episode.
wearing frilly country dresses.
Yes,
We're just
including
having nice
your
sentimental moments. It seems fitting.
Yofridir,
In a
he
dress,
can rock
yeah.
the frilly prairie dress.
Yeah.
Alright, so with a 17 on the DC 10 for the grassland, you look around, find good location there's a little stream coming through that you can fill water skins or anything that you have for carrying water, and looks fairly clean. Might know somebody who can purify food and drink. And kind of a little setup on a little outcropping. You got this windswept area of the prairie, so you got a little bit of a overhang that you're setting up on top of it, and so you're kind of protected from three sides, that nobody can get up into your camp from those three sides. Just this one entrance that leads up, giving you a little bit of natural defense.
As Lidry picks out a place for camp, Innes will sit down, pull out a couple of the things he needs, and start his ritual to cast Liamon's tiny hut.
Alright.
Yeah, while Silenus is doing that, Yofridir's gonna take some time to build some extra defenses. So he's gonna take good sized sticks and sharpen them up to make stakes all around the campsite area, facing away from us. And then he's gonna take the smaller ones and leaves and place them outside, so they make a nice crunch when someone gets close.
Alright. Give me an athletics check.
Oof.
Oof.
You build them.
I've done better.
You're still kind of, there's a little bit of hangover, not of the drinking, a hangover of my arms were wasting away yesterday, but they're good now. Not so much in chopping through the wood and making some nice setups to do your blockades. They're there. Not your proudest moment. Nobody else seems to notice, though. It seems to be, wow, we have camp defenses. We've never had camp defenses before. This is nice.
Well, with the potential of going missing in the middle of the night, gotta be safe.
Stuff happens. Just don't put Alfred on watch. We should be good.
Nope. Alfred's not gonna watch anything.
Alright, anybody else doing anything during these early evening hours before we hit the night's rest portion of it? For rest activities?
Percy is going to try and read a little bit more of Eternally Bound.
A little better rested now, so.
Yeah.
Diesel is going to tend to the mounts. He's just going to take some time to give them water and whatnot.
Okay.
Sure.
And Alfred is going to do his best attempt at starting to cook.
Alright.
Yeah,
Making
Hell's
that.
Kitchen.
Zedri will help out by conjuring up some good berries as well for Alfred's cooking.
Wow. I read a lot on Goodberry this week on trying to read up on
It's a
the
rabbit
effects of
hole.
agriculture by magic and what that changes. And the really good description, I don't know where this comes from, I don't know if it's in the book somewhere, that Goodberry is mistletoe berries, is what it's making,
Yeah.
which are horrible and god-awful to eat. Not just
Yep.
bland, they're just horrible.
Hardtack of the nature. That's what they say.
Well, yeah, it's because the material component is a sprig of mistletoe.
So Alfred will be using cook's utensils on this, and he will be using the rat that Percy sourced in the last day to have a fresh
Rats and good
ingredient.
berries. Rats and a good berry glaze.
It's a fresh ingredient.
It is. They both are fresh at the moment.
Very ripe,
And,
one might say.
Very
They turn
right.
parts of the rations, soak it in with light liquid. You can make nice stew.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's cook's tools with wisdom.
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna have Smith's tools. Change it to wisdom advantage because I have a rat.
Hammer.
Yeah, I'm starting a pot with the hammer. Oh, that went
It looks
far.
flashy. Oh,
Nice.
just
Oh.
got it.
Some pretty
Oh,
nice
It's
good.
flavor.
passable.
Tasty.
Smells nice, Alfred.
I don't know what I'm doing, but it's coming together well. I'm very happy with it.
I'm impressed.
That's all that matters.
All right. Everybody gets a nice helping of good berry glazed rat.
You know, I think I did something like this for my brother Rudy a few years ago, when he when catching some rats. I felt like I had to do something with them, I guess. I didn't want to let... I don't know. Maybe I should have just buried them and given them a funeral. Bury
No,
them.
no. I mean, honestly, if we strip them down and just take the meat and maybe layer it in some salt, we can make like a jerky with enough time. But this is great for what we have, and Zidru will not eat it.
Oh.
Well, unfortunately, with the serving size, let's see, how many good
Yeah.
berries do we get? 6?
We get 10.
Is it
Yeah,
10?
10.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
And-
have 12 rations worth of food put in here. So you guys each can eat pretty good with it if you choose to eat it.
But Zedri can't eat it.
He can just choose to take the good berry glaze and not the
He's
meat.
picking at it with his utensil, with his
I'm looking
spork,
at-
because these have sporks, right?
I'm
Yeah,
looking
we-
at it as like a berry and rat soup or like stew.
Visibly recoils.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a stew would be honestly the easiest thing for someone of Alfred's talents to make.
You got access to
Especially at a
water.
camp.
It wouldn't be a problem.
A glaze, I feel, would be out of his.
Yeah.
The glaze is just a result of you reduced too far. Everything reduced to dried
Yeah.
out.
Oh my.
Which, with hitting the DC by 1, seems about right. It's
It
still
checks.
edible. It's good. Nobody's getting sick. We're all good. All right. Kiesel tending to mounts. Wisdom animal handling check.
Oh, I need to pull up Kiesel.
Oh, did I mark him as available or not yet? Nope, I did not.
Okay.
It was the holdout hope he was going to be here, be able to get here on time. So that's awful, AJ.
What? It is. You said a stew.
Voice animal handling. Oh, he's got a great bonus to it. It's gonna be fantastic.
All right, 12.
12.
That's enough.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty sure Draft Horse is a CR0 creature, so that would be a 10. Yeah.
They didn't have any
Hadn't taken any
wounds,
damage, so the
so-
bonus part doesn't really matter. But
yeah.
yep, keeps them tended to. Give them a little bit of good berry soup, good berry glaze, whatever we're calling it now.
A good berry reduction.
There we go.
I feel like Kiesel would try and feed them part of a rat.
That checks. All right, Percy, give me an investigation check.
Alright. I roll good. Yeah, not so bad.
Definitely making a lot more headway with this book today than you were the night before.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard to piece together. Gather you're going to probably have to work at this for a while to try and make sense of the overall. But you're able to read through it and somewhat make sense of it as you continue forward. And over the course of the rough hour you guys have around the making camp time, you get a good chunk into the book. I'd say it's not terribly long, so maybe a third.
Okay. Is there anything that sticks out about, like, what Luvi the Magus was going through as he wrote this?
So yeah, it's basically kind of a short attempt at a narrative journal diary of some point in his life. You can't really gauge what point. Seems to be contemporaneous, but there's nothing to address how old he was or when this occurred. Just here's this day's events, and the first parts. This is semi-coherent as you're getting through the beginning part. Just as you were breezing through it before, you'd kind of notice that it degrades over time. Whether that was madness setting in with this guy or old age or whatever, but it starts to get a little bit rougher as it goes on. The early parts are very dry, though. Basically detailing him doing some studies on ancient warlock pacts, basically pacts between magical beings and individuals seeking power. Gather that just based off of some of the word choice and being a fairly well worldly educated person, a lot of the word choices are quite old, that you would venture to guess that this is not a very recent book. But details doing some studies. There's some references. You know what? Give me an extra investigation check. No, a history check. Give me a history.
History. I'm good at history. Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, with 21, there's a couple references to the Ethereum, which may not mean something to a lot of people, but you've seen references to this place before. It is kind of a mythical location. Nobody knows for sure that it exists, but based off of the wide prevalence of references to it, one would believe that there must be some validity to it. And it is basically a legendary lost library. And this Magus makes references several times as to if he could get a hold, could find the Ethereum, he could get answers to this part because his research dries up. And there's a couple other points where he goes and makes a similar reference of if he could get access to the Ethereum, then everything would be good. But nothing more drawing away from that. But that's kind of like the biggest thing that kind of sticks out to you within this reading is this consistent reference to the Ethereum and this guy's belief that it exists and he needs to go there and that the answers he seeks could be found.
Okay.
Threw a curveball at me with asking about the book. Wasn't in the travel activities.
Congratulations, Saga.
Percy.
You
Good
have
job.
you have
Percy's
made
not
it.
She's not a camping girl. She's just here for the ride.
Wait, Percy's more of a glamping girl.
Yes.
The DM stump
Well,
squad.
Thankfully,
Hell
thankfully
yeah.
Percy has a nice dome-shaped tent that she gets to stay under.
Yeah.
Glamping.
It has air conditioning.
Yeah, it does.
A phantasmal
Or I guess-
unit, like, off to the side.
I guess it's probably more of a heating unit with the weather that we've been having.
Hmm.
Silenus, did you really need to put that there? I mean, isn't it magical in temperature, or is it just for aesthetics?
Do you want to sleep outside?
I'm just asking, as one creator to another, the artistic choices we make are quite important. I mean, no offense.
I don't control what it looks like. I just summon the thing.
I'm imagining it as like one of those like astronomy domes that they do in like elementary school where they like blow up this huge thing. Like a smaller one, and this little thing is like the fan that like feeds into this giant thing.
Well, Percy, you weren't here for this, but on the inside it does look like there's like silk, like bolts of like patterned silk kind of hanging down from the ceiling, kind of like on the walls.
Fancy.
And there's some nice like little pillows kind of on the inside, like you can sit on.
As you take in your home for the evening and enjoy your lovely meal of rat with good berry reduction, you get a nice view of something you haven't seen since you arrived in Ashmain. The stars twinkling overhead, being able to see the open sky without the constant fall of ash. Take in the distant calls of the nocturnal creatures echoing through the night. I mean, even though you've chosen a spot out in the grassland that's got a good area to be able to see, the woods are still not too far off. That, I mean, you can see the edges of your clearing give rise to the forest and presumably the location of most of these nocturnal creatures that you can hear.
Time for my curveball. Are there any constellations that we know?
Well, give me I guess it'd be a history check.
Sure.
Or, no, I guess it'd be more nature.
Okay. Same deal. They're pretty.
They are.
Twinkle,
You see this one
twinkle.
that believe to be called, it's taxing your memory back to when you were a child. but you believe this one was called the Well. It doesn't look much like a well, like most constellations don't look anything like anything. But it's a rough, rectangular shape, kind of bowing out at the bottom. Don't remember much with an 8. You don't remember much beyond that. Just that, yeah, I think this one's called the Well. Kind of a Big Dipper type concept, just without the handle.
Just nice to look at the stars.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
But it's because it's a constellation, it's slightly tilted, of course.
Of course.
Right.
Thankfully, you're in the vicinity of your home country that you're seeing constellations that you might possibly recognize.
Yeah, it's close enough in proximity. Same sky.
Do we have a fire, or are we just going with the climate-controlled hut?
I think we're going sans fire post.
Well, I guess you would have had a fire to cook on.
Yeah.
The hut does not come with an oven.
No.
That's another 5 levels higher on the spell casting. So
Zedriel will just look around and be like, do we want some sort of like heat or anything?
Well, I mean, it's quite comfortable in here, and we don't necessarily want a lot of visibility, I feel.
Oh, that's true. Looking around what is the radius of the hut, Silenus?
It's like a 10-foot radius or something.
Yeah, 10-foot radius.
Okay.
A 20-foot wide circle.
20-foot wide circle. Okay, yeah. Then Zedriel will be like, oh, yeah, I guess if we don't want, like, illumination, sure. And Zedriel will just go ahead and kind of move over to a little bit of the grass that we're on. What exactly type of grass is this? Is it more weeds, or does it seem like invasive? Is it exotic, or?
not really. It's pretty basic. Long, thin blades that, for the most part, are yellowed. There's a little bit of green starting, but mostly it's the overgrowth that's left over from the fall that
Okay.
has survived the snowfalls over the course of the winter.
Would you allow me to control the width of a spell?
What are we doing?
Just narrow down this maybe 100-foot radius into something a little bit smaller, more manageable.
Okay.
Are
How
you trying to
much
do-
are we narrowing it down from the 100-foot?
Zedri wants to try to fill the interior of this space to give us more of a cushion to like sleep
10-foot
upon.
radius instead of a 100-foot radius?
Yeah.
Does this have any sort of a save or a roll that goes with the spell?
No, it's just plant growth. It just happens. Oh, you can exclude one or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Boop.
Nice.
Plant growth. It's not a problem.
Yeah, Zedri will just kind of like put his hands on the ground, and all of the grass will like slowly kind of just like curl up. All of the blades now have enough kind of weight about them that I suppose that they do the little like droop over. They look a little more fantastical.
All right. As the evening sets in, the last strands of daylight fade away. Anybody keeping watch? Or are we just hiding in the hut?
Gilfer will take the first watch.
Percy will take a watch as well.
Zedri will too.
Kisa will round out the end.
I was like, I'm not.
Alfred is not.
We've been new.
Yeah.
We've been new.
We can't wake up Silenus for a watch, so we don't even bother.
We just accepted it.
So yeah, just let him sleep. There's no point in trying. You're gonna wake up the others trying to wake him up.
Ironic that the warlock needs the most rest.
Oh, that's great.
There we go. Okay. So, Yofordir is going first. Percy's going second. Who's going third?
I will.
Okay. And fourth is Alfred Kiesel.
Diesel.
All right. That'll be all we need. It's just 8 hours. So, Alfred can grab a good night's rest and do some other activities if he so chooses. So these are
Yes.
2-hour watch segments.
I think during Yofordir's watch, Alfred will also like walk Cybil around.
Alright, anybody else staying up during Yofordir's watch, or is everybody else sleeping?
Percy will
Obviously,
stay
Percy,
up.
you have the bonus of prancing for only 4 hours compared to everybody else's 6-hour sleeping, but
Yeah. She'll stay up and like hang out with Yofordir and Alfred.
okay. That was a bear.
So while
Please,
Yofordir's on
Mr.
his
Kiesel?
watch, Percy's gonna go over to him and be like, "So, how exactly did you end up with this group?"
Well, we were all shipwrecks together. That's kind of how we started working together. But I was actually on a ship. We were all bound towards Cybil, if I remember correctly. It's been some time and lots happened. Uh, yeah, I was actually coming from my homeland in Torsland. Headed towards Cybil. Ship had a wreck, and well, we worked well together, so we kept together.
Fair enough. I mean, I haven't met a lot of people from Torsland.
Not many of my people would typically travel this far south. We're very family oriented and tend to stick at home for the most part, but I wanted a little bit more adventure in my life. Go out and find some things.
Well, it seems like you found it with this group.
Yeah, that's for sure. We definitely get into quite a few situations.
Well, I'm just glad you all can keep each other safe. And I think Zedri mentioned that after Ashmain, you all are going back to your homeland for a moment.
Well, eventually, I'm sure we'll head that way. Hopefully
You're not
sooner than later, but
Are you not excited to see your family again?
oh, of course I'm excited to see them, but things may not be the same as they used to be.
I can understand that one. Is it perhaps that there's also someone that you royally pissed off back home?
Oh, no, no, I'm sure everyone would be happy to see me, but things back home are very different than the rest of the world. There's no uniting government in Torsland. Everybody wars with each other, so things change very quickly without you even realizing it sometimes.
Fair enough. I'm not used to. Just gonna kind of motion around her. I grew up in cities. It's peaceful, but I can't imagine. I mean, I kind of understand it. Uh, in Avaria, we have city-states, essentially. There's no unified government either. It's just a bunch of rich motherfuckers deciding to rule a city, and sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't. Most of them are corrupt.
Yeah, most of our leaders back home don't get along with each other either, and really the one in charge is the one who could swing the axe or sword best. So
Yeah.
they tend to keep their power pretty well.
I find that that is a unifying factor among many leaders around the world. It's like, despite how different our homes may look, the people might necessarily not be that different.
For the most part, everybody has the same goals: survival, prosperity, growth.
Lineage.
Yeah. With lineage, also I have no fear of my family line, at least. If something were to happen to me being away from home, I do still have a brother and a sister, so family
Fair
name
enough.
will go on one way or another.
I'm not as concerned about that, but I'm just concerned on surviving, living my life. I mean, elves are pretty long-lived, so I have time to think about that if I wanted to.
And Alfred will walk up. Yeah, you have tons of time. I'm honestly a little jealous. There's so many like different things and books you can read and things that you'll be able to make in your lifetime that I just won't have the time for, honestly.
Well, I'll keep you in my memory when I make them.
I'd appreciate that.
So, question, have either of you ever heard of Ethereum?
Ethereum? Have
The
have I have I read on this?
I heard stories of this.
Question DM.
She's more asking Alfred than Yofridir, to be fair.
Jofreder
Alright,
knows
yep.
how to read, but not very well.
Don't
He's
underestimate
reading now.
Yofridir.
That's fair.
Most stories back home are
With a history check.
word of mouth.
Percy, go ahead and you were going to say something else to explain what you were asking
Oh
about.
yeah. Sorry.
What you were referencing with the Ethereum.
I was just gonna say a library, or the big library.
Okay.
Sorry, just to clarify, is this like a conversation being had like during watch times, or more like around the group?
It's
bed?
during
My understanding
Yofridir's
is this
watch.
is under the watch. These are the three
Yeah.
that stayed up.
Yeah, so
And-
I'd be outside of the hut, actually.
Mm-hmm. And can I add my oh god, what do I
Genius?
call it? My spark of genius, yes. Thank you. My D4. My artificer guidance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yofridir.
Oh, I get a hefty
nope.
17. I was hoping for a big D4 to get me to 20.
Yeah.
Alfred with your roll. Heard references.
Okay.
There's immediately that like you had to wait for that follow-up comment of the library, because the name of the metal is Ethereum, and then you have Ethereum is the library, and you've already talked to Masa about the metal, and it's like, okay, well, which one? Because it's something that can be a very easy slip of the tongue. Also gives to a little bit of the mystique of people not knowing if this is real or people just making things up and duplicating words in stories. But yes, you have heard of a few rumors. Honestly, you've heard more rumors of this than Percy has. It's a very common myth that's carried around in the Arbor Flame district in Baral.
Where did you pick this up from? It's honestly something I'm not familiar with, but I've heard a decent amount about. It's sort of whispers and myths and legends of what could be.
The book I bought from Maddox the other day, it's the author, he was doing a study on warlock packs and the like, and he makes mention to following up his research there, and he's trying to find out if it's real or not, and I was just wondering if you knew anything.
I mean, I feel like many of the accounts that I've read myself have led to the idea that the author's writing wanted to be real, and I'm not sure whether or not I can discern whether the want is replacing the actual evidence of it. Again, it's all just rumors and superstition, honestly, but
I mean, I've heard of it as well, more of like a fairy tale place than anything substantial, which is why, honestly, this mention somewhat shocked me because I hadn't really heard anything about it in a long time.
well, hopefully hearing it in multiple locations, and if the fact that I'm seeing it here too as well, it's another, I guess, credence, perhaps. If so many people in so many different locations are coming upon this, I don't think that it's necessarily without any merit, right?
Could just be a story that traveled far and wide, but the other thing is that the descriptions are always so consistent.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
There's no lapses in the weight or the size or density of the material, or the color even.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty consistent amongst accounts.
What if it's like a demiplane?
A demiplane. It's like in between the planes.
Yes, some very powerful wizards can create essentially a pocket between the dimensions that they can put stuff in.
So kind of like how the Dreamer did with us.
Yes.
Well, perhaps maybe I need to talk to Silenus about this. It might be another avenue of approach.
I can read more up on this once we get to town, and then we can all talk about it.
Oh, that's really weird. It's funny to think that something that was just a joke that was made around the forge when I was growing up is possibly something that could save my life.
That would be a story indeed. Silenus made like a loud snort behind us in his sleep as we were talking about that.
Alfred will just sort of like kneel down and pet Cybil after a nice walk and sort of think about all that.
Yeah, as Silver, I'll be honest, as soon as you said Ethereum, I was like, oh, a demiplane. My mind just went like straight there.
Not unheard of at this point, so.
Yeah.
Yofredir. Well, all of you that are sitting outside,
Mm-hmm.
as you look out, having this conversation, this nice, polite chat about Torsland and Yofredir's origins to ending up with the party, as well as the discussion at the Ethereum library. The area around the camp is kind of bathed in moonlight. It's a pretty cloudless sky at this point. You do notice a little bit of cloud cover starting to move in. Looking out over the forest in the distance. An occasional hoot of an owl breaking the silence. The different creature sounds, just kind of like things will be just dead quiet and then the break from something else. And air's crisp, cool, carrying the scent of damp earth. Little bit of the smell of the sea as you are not terribly far off from the coast. And start to notice just a light mist of rain start to move in. putting just a veil of moisture over the dormant grasses surrounding the camp. And the soft patter of rain starts to fall. Yofordir, give me your perception check for watch with the assistance of your 2 other party members. Roll with advantage.
I was about to ask if we're out here standing and chatting. we also have eyeballs.
Ooh, nice.
One of the 2.
At that 20.
Yep.
It's only one. It's not 2. It needs 2 of them on the same one.
Roll me a d12. Okay. Peering out into the darkness beyond the area of the camp, not having any assistance of light as you guys have foregone the campfire, and you are a human without dark vision. You stare into the darkness. Got a decent amount of vision from the moonlight, but that is just quickly fading away as that cloud cover moves into the rain. And you get to a point where you are focused in, ears peaked, nose focused on, you know that your eyes are not going to do much for you, so you are focusing to your other sentences and nat 20ing them, so all you catch is the cold, the quiet wind, as your breath mingles the cool air, and you just watch as the puff of air comes out, just like getting cold. Little cloud dissipates as the rain continues, and you pass your 2-hour watch. If you guys don't have any other discussions to go through.
No, at the onset of rain, Alfred will actually duck into the hut to keep Cybil dry, because the smell of wet dog is unbearable.
Alright, Yofordir, as you complete your watch, Percy's already up, sitting at your side, so she's ready to take on her watch.
Oh, it was great talking with you. I am ready to get some rest.
Enjoy your sleep. And before I roll, Percy is going to cast on herself. I'm gonna give herself some bardic and can you give yourself bardic inspiration?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Shit.
You inspire others.
Inspire others.
Can't self-inspire.
Yeah. All right.
College of
never
Self-Esteem.
Yes. All right. Never mind. What is it?
That's the next
Perception.
subclass to build. Bard that only buffs themselves.
Guaranteed, if that was a thing, that would be like the favorite bard class.
Probably would be.
The capstone would
strongest
probably be
class.
like super ego or something.
Yeah.
A full caster that gets wish and counterspell and can buff themselves.
But you're forgetting the most important: silvery barbs.
Mm.
And you have to grant the advantage to yourself. Because you don't care about others.
Of course.
Alright.
Of narcissism.
There we go. That sounds better than the College of Self-Esteem. We've improved. Look at this
College of
workshopping.
narcissism.
Behind every college of self-esteem is a college of narcissism.
Ah, that's not so bad.
Alright, roll me a d12.
Alright.
The light rain continues to fall, atmosphere taking on a little bit of a different complexion as the low winds start to give rise to high winds sweeping through the trees on the outskirts of this grassy prairie that you sit in. watching those trees start to shake and wave in the wind, giving a slight mournful howl as it blends with that soft patter of raindrops against the leaves. Temperature dropping a bit further, getting to the point where it is borderline freezing at this point. The lack of a fire out here leaves you quite exposed to the elements and the cold, as you feel that bite of that cold seeping into your bones, chilling the air that you breathe, kind of almost like causing you a little bit of a cough as you breathe in that cold air each time. Watching your air just like almost like freeze in front of you as it's expelled. But you remain vigilant, your senses almost sharpened by this awareness in this cold. And as the trees sway and groan in response to the gusts of wind and the branches rustle, the night continues with that light rain and without incident. Third watch is Zedri.
Yep. Zidri's staying inside of the hut. He is not going to leave it. As that's what saved us last time. But he is going to kind of like towards the ceiling. He is going to go ahead and conjure his firebird and let it kind of just like fly on down to the ground, just like hopping around him. Okay. He'll keep occasional watch, but the main thing that he wants to do is he's going to go ahead and take out the necklace of Zephora, even though it has like a really large chunk missing out of it. Looking at all of the like stars and stuff got him thinking he's going to try to kind of compare between the piece that's missing and see if it maybe matches any of the stars up in the sky. Just something to pass the time. Probably not going to breed any results, but something.
Well, give me a perception check for the sky stargazing we're doing here. Or actually, let's do it as an investigation. You're looking for in particular comparison, so look at that. Nat 20s. Burn all those before you start getting attacked by things, right?
Hey, why not?
All right, 23 investigation. You pass the time. It's kind of like daydreaming, looking at clouds, trying to make shapes out of them. Yeah, yep, pretty sure you found one. Funnily enough, it's like right next to this well constellation that Alfred found earlier. Pretty rough shape. It's a pretty large chunk of that necklace that's missing. But you're able to draw the lines and make something that you feel pretty confident. It's like, hey, maybe it's destiny. Maybe we don't believe that much. And then give me your perception roll for your watch. Oh.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
I'm so sorry, y'all. Zedri's looking at the stars.
So as you're scanning through the inside, your two-way mirror view outside the hut, looking at the sky, you can sense that outside the temperature's gotten worse, and you actually catch sight of the rain that has been just like dropping a little bit on the hut and a little pitter patter. The pitter patter stops because it's been replaced by a light bit of snow. Snowflakes fall, dropping on the hut and then melting and dropping off as the hut, containing a heated environment, just melts away each of these snowflakes as it hits. But you continue to watch, kind of like you're watching these stars and then starting to see these things that reflect a little bit of that moonlight when it can get through the cloud cover. And watch as these snowflakes just flutter down from the heavens, almost like falling stars. As the area around your hut quickly becomes shrouded in a little bit of a blanket of white. Not thick. It's a very light snow, but roll me a d12. Actually, with a 7, roll me a d10.
Oh.
Do we have to? Okay. Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
So you just kind of caught up in this view of the snowflakes falling, watching them as they just peacefully falling and then quickly just destroyed as they hit the edge of the hut. Eventually shaking yourself out of this almost stupor of watching this interesting play of magic and science, and hear just a low, whiny growl come from off in the distance. Resetting your eyes to where you think this growl came from, but with your 7 perception, not very accurate. But give me a new perception to try and gaze off in that distance. All right, 22. Redeem yourself. All right. As you glance out into the night, into the darkness, the passing shadows moving across the grasslands outside, your heart quickens as your eyes spy a pair of yellow glowing orbs at the edge of the forest. Almost looks like lanterns, like individuals standing at the edge of the forest holding up lanterns from as far away as you are. So it's a good 40 feet to the forest from the hut. They are unwavering, staring directly back at you, these twin lanterns.
Zedri's gonna go ahead and take off his cloak and just go ahead and kind of tuck it around his firebird and pull it kind of close to him, so that it's dulling the illumination that it would cast.
Nothing can see into the hut, by the way. It's completely opaque.
This has happened once before, and I don't like it because this one feels a little more sinister.
Creatures while you're in the hut.
Yeah, Zedri will go ahead and just like watch it, and his little bird from like the wrapped kind of area, its head is just gonna kind of like pop out over and just watch out alongside him.
All right.
4 eyes, 2 orbs.
You continue to stare off at the twin lanterns at the edge of the forest. Give me another perception check.
I won't get us killed, but we might not have horses in the morning, y'all.
Ooh.
Can I use my inspiration on this? I feel like this is important enough. I would like to... Oh, hey, yo.
Is granting inspiration.
Well, thank you very much, Marshall. I don't have to use my inspiration.
Marshall.
Then. Okay.
Thank you, Ollie.
Very kind of you. Oh my gosh, 7s and 22s. Thank you very
Marshall
much.
Ollie.
Yes, Marshall is Ollie, yeah.
Oh.
Mhm.
Ollie, big fan of your work. All right. 22, going back to your lovely 17 plus 5. Notice the horses starting to get nervous, moving about a little bit more. Not making a ton of noise yet, just because of their close proximity. You can hear the hoofs moving a little bit from the outside as they seem to be nervous from something. Do you do anything further or continue your vigilance on these 2 orbs that still have not moved, still remain out the 45 feet to the edge of the forest.
Zedri will go ahead and kind of like, he's going to keep his, like, eyes forward, and he's just going to try to pick up his things. So kind of scoop what he was already looking at, and the bird in his cloak. And he's just going to go ahead and try to sidestep carefully over towards the front of the hut. I'm guessing the way that we oriented it, the horses would be outside past the hut, or did we put them sillily on the back side of the hut?
So you're looking out the back side of the hut is where you've been staring at this creature.
And the horses are behind me?
And the horses are behind you.
Fudge. Okay. Yeah, no, Zedri's going to back up towards, like, the door to the hut, but not step out yet.
Okay. Are you stealthily?
I'd say so.
Just
yeah.
more so
minimal.
if you do step out, because while you're in, you're protected. So.
Yeah. Yeah. He's trying
Right.
to like keep the gaze and like not break any eye contact. But he is trying to be stealthy about it.
Yeah. Maintaining contact with those lanterns. They blink temporarily, but then go back to their vigil, staring off at. You start to put two and two together. As you are backing towards something, they can see anything on the outside sees like the hut's
Just
not there.
Yeah.
Probably not looking at you. All of your intelligence tells you they're not looking at you because you should be protected, but there's other things to look at in the vicinity. So
Yeah.
As you get closer to the door, you can notice that the hoof stomps are getting a little bit louder. They're getting a little bit more riled up. But the two orbs remain where they're at.
Zedriel drop the cloak. He's gonna go ahead and push off his Firebird, and he's gonna have it move over towards Yofredir, and just start like, I'm really sorry. He's gonna go ahead and have it peck at his temples. It's guaranteed to get you awake. Yeah.
At his temple. I could kill him.
Listen. We're not trying to like do anything crazy. It's just little tiny.
You do 1d4 damage to the temple.
Just
Do 96 d4. That way you're guaranteed to kill me.
lobotomize on the spot. That's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah. So he will. He'll have the Firebird go ahead and move out, but he's still keeping his position, and he's gonna go ahead and grasp the Staff of Healing at his side.
Okay. All right. So pecking away at Yofredir.
You would wake up.
Yeah, you wake up. I guess give me a perception check with advantage. If you fail this somehow.
I'll be pulling a Silenus status.
Yeah.
Oof.
Got some Silenus. Oh, you tried. You tried.
Double
I was giving
5.
that a DC of 5 for being pecked in the head, though, so you're okay.
Trying to help out my party mates. Listen.
You wake up.
What's going on?
There's a flaming bird on top of your shoulder.
Cedric, everything all right?
No. He'll point like forward, and he's just gonna do claws, and he will go ahead and cast Primal Savagery. So his own kind of like hands turn into claws, and they start dripping like this almost like ashen mist. Something over there.
All right. Do I see this thing looking out there?
Give me a perception check.
Better than a 5. All right.
Oh, yeah. 17. Just enough of moonlight illuminating these two yellow orbs, catching it. It's fleeting for you without dark vision. But him pointing, directing you to where the primal savagery scary thing is, you're able to locate what he's looking at. To you, it's like intermittent, almost looks like a flickering candles, but perfectly paired.
Yeah, he's just gonna like squint and be like, I can see something out there. Not quite sure what. And I can make some bright light and go check it out, but do you know what it is?
And he'll kind of point back to the horses. I think it's after them.
Kind of need them. As do your parents. Yofer's gonna grab his axe from beside his bedroll and slowly start getting up and moving towards the entrance.
I'm gonna have the Firebird kind of like slowly move between each in turn. Silenus last, because I might actually have to kill him in order to wake him up. Hey,
Out of the night. You'd have to kill him in order to wake him up.
we'll hop over to the Firebird will hop over to Percy, and just go ahead and like ruffle its feathers, kind of like over Percy's face if it's available, unless you're really tucking yourself in.
Well, no, she's like in a meditative. So like she's sitting up. She's legs crossed.
Then yes, it'll kind of fan you in the face.
A normal perception check.
Yeah. No, you can have advantage too. That's fine.
Cool.
Crit fish.
Yeah.
What's Oh, I didn't know there was another bird.
It's kind of like my like primal spirit. There's a thing out there. I'll do primal savagery again.
Does Percy look over and see what he's pointing at?
Give me a perception.
Okay. Perception.
Yeah, you see it pretty clearly. This pair of yellow lights that are perfectly positioned off. They almost blend in at this distance. About 45 feet off, right at the edge of the forest, off the backside of the hut.
Percy will look over. She'll nod and is gonna grab her crossbow. And so, can I use one of my artificer infusions? Because I've kept repeating shot prepped for in case I need it. Does it already have to be on the weapon?
I think it takes a certain amount of time, Mr. Resident Artificer.
You would normally, like, infuse something after a long rest.
Okay.
You could, like, I think the wording is even you can tap an item and make it magical.
Yeah, that's why the wording is kind of like...
Yeah, whenever you finish a long rest, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with one of your Artificer infusions.
Right. She hasn't had a long rest yet, so she'll just grab it and her bolts. And has Yofridir already left the hut?
I'd still be inside the hut. I'd be at the entrance, so waiting for everyone else.
Alright, she'll go and join Yofridir. Her own bird's kind of just like hopping around.
Zidri's gonna have his Firebird go over to Alfred. How is Alfred sleeping?
Alfred is sprawled out with Cybil, like, in between his legs.
Okay. Then in that...
He's got one foot kind of, like, poking Kiesel on the shoulder.
He's gonna have the...
Go.
You go.
No, I just keep on going.
He's gonna have the bird go over and perch on Alfred's horns. And, like, one of those, like, water drinking birds is just gonna, like, dip onto Alfred. Try to go ahead and wake him up.
Hey, you laugh, but thankfully it's not my temple.
It's true.
No, it isn't.
I'll take my nose.
Ooh,
Alright.
I don't want to make a called shot.
Sorry, is perception right?
Yeah, and you can do with advantage. You're getting pecked. So,
Nice, nice.
oh yeah, you're good.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, God. He'll like bat the bird away a little as it like pecks his face. Oh, what's going on? He'll sit up.
There's a thing out there looking at the horses, getting them all riled up.
Like, what direction? And okay, Alfred will take a look.
Okay, give me a perception.
I love how all of us are like, wake up, and then like, what's going on? And then we have to see what the fuck is going on. Like,
You're wiping the, sleep from your eyes. A little bit of there's some sort of a glowing, and then it's gone, and then it's back, but you're not really seeing it with an 8.
Sindri, I think they call those lightning bugs.
No. It blinked simultaneously. I think it's eyeballs. Can you kick Kiesel awake?
Yeah, one second. And Alfred will do just that.
Alright. Roll for Kiesel with advantage.
Zedri, do you want my birds to help your bird wake
Oh
up?
wait, that's active NPC.
Silenus?
We need all of them. We might need more. He'll look at this menagerie. We might need more.
Alfred's gonna go ahead and kick him again.
Yeah, Kiesel just snorts and rolls over.
Kick him in the
Once
temple.
more. Yeah, no.
Harder.
Alfred's gonna, instead of kicking him in like the shoulder, he's gonna kick him in the head.
Jesus.
It's getting brutal. Don't.
Alfred's gonna get up. He's just gonna start shaking Kiesel.
You kick him in the head, he wakes up with a 9.
Okay.
It is not that difficult to wake up. So.
Just being on the road with Silenus and kicked in the head all the time.
What's Kiesel's reaction when he gets kicked in the head there, Alfred?
Oh, fucking hell! Why would you go and do that? What's going on? Are we being attacked? I don't have a Kiesel impression.
Alright, you guys trying to wake up Silenus too?
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Violence involved or no?
Percy's, so which one? So, Snout, the common kestrel, is gonna, like, sit on Silenus's chest and, like, start just, like, cawing in Silenus's face. Like, caw, caw. Whatever sound falcons make. I don't know.
Alright. Silenus roll with advantage.
I think Silenus gets inherently disadvantage on all wake up checks. So
I just moved the DC up for Silenus. It's harder to wake him, so.
DC 15.
DC 25. What do you mean?
Oh,
DC 30.
I have to talk to Infernus to just hit a roll for you.
I will use my bless for the day. We had advantage.
Yeah, roll again.
Please.
Do I?
You can't
DC
possibly.
15, but yes, roll again.
Don't impose it. There's a bird cawing and they can hear noises from outside of the hut.
Double 3s.
Yep.
Can we have like all the birds like pecking at him at once?
Oh yeah, if you
Without
want to
The-
induce pain,
the-
we're gonna drop it down to a DC 10.
The Firebird's
still
going
okay.
to. This is a really weird question. Does Silenus wear shoes?
Oh,
Obviously.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
he never
I know where
wears
you're
shoes. He has
going.
hooves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Firebird's just gonna like, with its beak, kind of pull up the blanket. Maybe have a little bit of issue and look longingly at Percy's birds for assistance.
They'll go over and they'll follow the Firebird's lead.
And
in the-
you know what's going. You take it away, Percy.
They're gonna start like just pecking and pulling at Silenus's like hooves and ankles.
He's
Okay.
awake.
Roll with advantage against.
If we do this to our friends, what do we do to our enemies?
I know. Truly.
Would have.
We
Rely
murder
about
them in their
fire
sleep.
Maddox.
You know, yeah, truly, the enemies don't get to wake up.
Yeah, we lie about putting fire runes and explosive runes and stuff on them.
After a
these days,
little
it's not
bit,
gonna be
Kiesel's gonna walk over to Silenus and just like do a 1-2 round, like waking him up. He's used to this.
Oh damn! What a waste of a 20.
Not at all. Not at all.
Drag this out for 15 minutes. Let's just keep on
Yeah.
failing the rolls. But no, 21. Yeah, you wake up to all these birds attacking your legs.
I think at that point it's like gonna be an instinctual kick, and Percy, one of your birds is getting kicked out of the, is getting kicked flying out of the,
You
out of
better
the hut.
fucking not.
How many birds do you have, Percy?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 birds.
6, and then the Firebird. So there's 7 chance.
One of the birds like with that many, like
Roll a
Like,
d8, and then
there's-
if you hit
Go
like
Give me a melee attack roll there, Silenus.
There's 7 birds and then like
Disadvantage is
a
just
giant
gonna take-
mustache right in your face.
it was 8 birds.
This is that holiday song, right? The 7 pecking birds.
Or we can make it 10 if Kiesel flips you off.
to be fair, like 2 of her birds are very small.
Isn't
Oh,
that
now
any
you
bonus
roll
to
a
it?
15.
What's your AC on the Firebird and AC on the Defenders? That beats the AC for the Defenders.
Yeah, they have a 14.
Yeah, it has 13. My
Okay,
Firebird.
that was supposed to be a disadvantage attack though, because you're just like blindly kicking. So
Yeah, but there's like, it's like, you're like bunched up. It would be really hard not to hit something.
well, that's the reflected in their AC. So they are only a 14 AC. You have no strength modifier?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No.
Alright, so with a 10, they scatter within the 20-foot diameter hut as everything just goes flying. They go flying off of your legs, but not with the impact, as they all flee from the potentially angrily awakened Silenus.
Come on, let me have my fun. I wasn't gonna do any damage.
Let me have my fun.
You gotta drop disadvantage on me like that.
Zedri will communicate to Silenus as soon as he's puts his gaze on Zedri.
What the actual fuck is going on? There better be a literal fire happening.
It's you know we're still trying to whisper inside of here. It's over there, and he'll go ahead and point over towards the back of the hut as his Firebird kind of comes back and perches on his arm.
Do I need to make a perception check?
As to seeing the what everybody's been pointing, yeah.
Right, if it's not in the hut, I'm going back to sleep.
No. It's going to go after the horses.
With a 7, yeah, you were right in the middle of beauty sleep. This not something you're interested in looking for.
Right. So bring the horses in here.
What? 5 elderly horses? You just want us to, like, bring them on in here?
Yes, there is room. I will sleep underneath the horse.
That's not very safe.
I don't even think you can fit that many things. I feel like we've had this discussion before. We, like, can't have all of us and the animals in here together.
There's no limit to how many people can be inside.
Horses aren't people.
Exactly.
It would probably be a bit tight.
Alright, do you want to interrupt our sleep and get a late start tomorrow, or do you want to be slightly uncomfortable with some horses?
Well, either we have no horses and we're already awake, so
The horses are going to be safe if you bring them into the hut. We will have horses.
That's the hut sound.
Excuse me?
Whoa! Not the Transformers noises.
I just put it in the chat so you guys can
Right.
see what the spell says. Just to be specific, the spell does say 10 medium-sized creatures can fit inside the hut.
Alright, so we might have to leave one horse out. But
And
Or
horses
one
are
of
wild.
us.
Horses are large. That's a note.
yeah, this is 9 creatures of medium or smaller.
Well,
You can fit 2.5 horses or 2 horses and 2 medium-sized individuals.
I would rather us do this as a group, and then I can go ahead and offer any triage or whatever. I don't know what that thing is. It's just like 2 lanterns, but they're eyes, right?
Alright, Alfred, what the fuck is this wild animal in your... Or no, Zedri. Yes, Zedri, what the fuck is this wild animal in your hometown?
Okay, let me go ahead and repeat what I just said. It looks like 2 large lanterns, but they're eyes, right? So even I'm not completely sure. Is Zedri spiraling a little bit, and his voice is just like a little bit like peaky. He's not yelling, but he is getting a little bit frustrated.
I barely even see what's going on out there.
Yes, me too. I mean, let's just... Someone, like, make a loud noise or shoot an arrow and at it and scare it away. And then we can go back to bed.
Alright, let's get this over with. Give his lintet up, light up his axe real quick, watch out the hut, and just start walking towards it. He is in a rage and be like, hey, what do you want?
Cetri will step out beside, like, the hut a little bit behind you over here.
Percy will follow, and she'll have like her crossbow like bolt ready and aiming.
If I leave the hut, it will go away. So I'm going to go back to bed.
Silenus has to stay inside, so he can just go back to bed. We didn't have to wake him.
Oh, we had to.
We had to wake him.
It's only
Yeah. Alfred's gonna give a big yawn, sling his pack over his shoulder, give a pet to Cybil, and then walk out. And he's gonna go ahead and ready one of his cannons just in case.
Alright, as you all ready yourselves and head out, with the exception of Silenus. So the 2x2 square bordered by Jofridir, Silenus, and Kiesel is your hut. Horses would be off the backside here, next to Alfred. I'll put Silenus back in the hut now that I've put my parameters. Silenus will have you hold down the center of the hut.
Yep.
Anyway, so you got a little bit of an outcropping here. that goes around, so you're up above ground level, because your door would have been facing towards your dangerous point. And then your forest is off in the distance on the other side of this little creek that you had found for water source used to make your lovely rat reduction. So yeah, from those eyes, roughly here.
Okay. Like past the creek.
Yeah, just on the other side of the creek. All right. So, picking back up as Jofridir, axe in hand, steps out and says again, what?
What do you want? My axe is lit up too, so 20 feet of bright light, I think. Because it's just a light spell. Yeah, 20 feet.
Then dim light, how far out from there?
And dim for another 20 feet.
And
So
as you're
right.
Essentially 40-foot radius of light.
as you're like walking out as well, and you say this, Alfred will call out behind you, Jofridir, here, catch this, and he'll throw out from his pack the goggles of night that we've held on to for so long.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna load the Load Infuse out first, but then put them on and be like, oh, this is amazing. But I'm like, Gandalf, you shall not pass the big light.
All right, so you put the goggles on?
Yep.
All right, as you put the goggles on, it's like for the first time that you could actually like clearly see out to this creature as it's within the 60 feet and see the glowing eyes are clearly eyes, not lanterns, and feline as they have the slit down the middle. And you catch sight with the minimal moonlight to illuminate and make a difference between black and white. 2 tusks coming off the front of the face of this creature, sticking out like basically like jousts or lances or swords sticking out off the front of this thing's face. The creature itself blends into the darkness, and so you can't really make out any other details from this distance, as it is a very, presumably very dark color, as it blends in with the rest of the black, off into the shadows of the forest.
Jofridir is gonna turn back to
5 of
Zedri
you
real
that are
quick.
outside, give me perception checks.
Yeah, Jofridir is gonna turn back to Zedri real quick, be like, it's like a cat elephant thing. It's got cat eyes and these tusks.
Ooh!
Nice, Kiesel.
So, alright. Performance?
Oh wait, whoops.
Gotta have one. We gotta have one of those every night.
Sorry, I'm trying to control two characters.
Hey, nice.
That's good.
It was +2 either way, right? That was just the test roll.
Yeah, I had some warm up the dice.
All right. Kiesel and Alfred. You make your way
Yes.
out. So sorry, Dustin and Dustin. The rest of you are focused on the creature on the other side, but Kiesel and Alfred both catch as you're moving past the horses. They are definitely very, very skittish. And Kiesel's 21 as he's coming around the right side of the hut, catches another set of glowing orbs off to the right, about here.
So south? Okay. Kiesel will turn to Percy as she's next to him and mutter, there's more down to the south there. I see you said another pair of glowing eyes, not 2 pairs?
Pair of eyes.
Okay, pair
Yeah.
of eyes. I think just one more.
She'll give a nod and she'll follow kind of if he's going she'll kind of go over to where he like indicated like the side that they're on and once again keep her crossbow trained in that direction.
Yeah, and then he'll like turn and relay the same information to Gilfredir.
Okay. All right. Man, realizing I still have the happy music going. We gotta get rid of that.
No happy music.
Ominous.
Go back to ominous stuff. Yeah. All right. So, Kiesel, as he's looking out, catching sight of these, passing along the information,
Yeah.
Jofrid first getting his first really good glimpse. It's like both of you guys kind of just like heart rate picking up a little bit, but with you guys, it's like adrenaline starting to kick in. All right, gonna kill some shit. As you hear off in the distance, Zedri, a repeat of the sound you heard earlier, as you hear just this low, almost squealing growl. That come through.
Based on the call alone, does that sound familiar at all, or no? Oh yeah, no. I heard it the first time.
Give me an H check.
I'm that kind of druid. Yeah. All right.
A.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're that type of druid.
Well,
How many times did you ever go to Swornsteed? Probably never.
No.
Oh, you cut out there, AJ. I can't hear you.
Oh, never been to Swornsteed.
Okay, yeah. Never heard that before. Completely unknown to you. And as you're passing around this information of, okay, there's another set of eyes over here, and Jofrid just taking in, trying to get a better look, the creature in front that you guys have been watching the longest steps out into the moonlight, out to the edge of the water, starts just slowly moving across the water. Not any sort of threatening at this point. But it's a medium-sized creature making a little bit of splash. Very quiet as it moves through the water. And you're able to catch a little bit more detail as it gets into a little bit of moonlight that's coming. And this panther-like shape, very, very clearly some sort of feline creature. But the skin has a bluish black, leathery sheen to it. Almost doesn't look like fur, looks like just leathery skin. As it's just like reflecting the moonlight as it steps out, making it kind of shine out there and become very, very clearly moving across the water. But definitely the most striking feature in the creature is the two large yellow feline eyes, those twin orbs of molten gold, reflecting the light of the moon, and then the two saber-like tusks protruding from the creature's mandible, extending like dual swords, razor sharp, a wicked curve on the end of it that would not be pleasant to have go into you. And Jofrid, what was your perception check? Grand, somewhere in there. Did you make one? Apparently you didn't.
Oh, he made it. He got a 17. I remember, because I remember he could barely see barely see it.
Well, that was his one earlier, but when everybody
was
when
earlier.
they stepped out, there's no
Oh,
Yofrid
they
check
stepped
there.
out. Okay.
I almost have that. No, I didn't make one. No, not
Yeah,
great.
might as well have not. Okay. Kiesel being able to catch a little bit better sight with his 21, and Alfred as well. You're able to see that the mouth is hanging open slightly down below these tusks, and there's razor sharp teeth that are also kind of catching a little bit of a glint of the reflection of the moonlight going off the water and reflecting in, and then you just see this appendage coming out of its mouth and kind of just like snaking through the air. Some sort of prehensile tongue looking thing that is, it's like a snake sniffing the air with its tongue. But the tongue is a good, best guess, 9 inches to a foot longer than the nose.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
Think
this is
venom
like
there, AJ.
alien.
Too long.
Yisa will visibly recoil and take out a javelin.
Aim for the ton.
I don't know what that is, but it has a tongue that looks like a snake, and that makes me very uncomfortable. I suggest that we prepare to take care of it very quickly, or else we might not have any horses, or ourselves might not see the next morning. Kiesel is going to ready to throw the javelin if it gets within 20 feet.
It's 45 now from
Okay.
Kiesel. It gets to the edge, just steps out of the water. As it's picking up its paws, getting a little bit closer, you're able to see that they're 3-toed paws, but that the paws are webbed in between. And you catch your first glimpse of another appendage floating behind, as it's got a tail kind of flapping up in the air. Just, it's been kept low this whole time, but as it splashes out of the water, see, it's almost like a paddle or a fin on the end of this tail.
It's still moving towards us.
It stops just as it gets to the edge.
Yo, dear, what? Do I throw it? Do you see this thing? It's got webbed feet.
I don't know. What are these things?
How should I know? I don't live here.
Zedri, I guess it's your call.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to engage it, I guess, but I just want everybody to be forewarned. I'm not really gonna go strong into the fire side since we're still kind of in like grasslands. I don't want to really summon anything else around.
Yeah, we don't need a big fire out here.
Well, okay, so we can stick to Kiesel and Yofrid for this mainly, I guess.
I guess so.
Okay. I can do this. Alfred is going to walk around the hut to where he has visibility of Kiesel and Yofrid, so he'll like go around this side, I guess. And then he is going to use 2 sorcery points to duplicate a spell on casting. Okay. He's going to enlarge both Kiesel and Yofrid. He's going to take out of his pack his little cannon, but he's just gonna set it up into a little almost tripod stance, and it's gonna have 2 openings on the end, and he's just gonna like position it towards Kiso and Yofordir, and with two little nozzles just like open it up, and it's just going to sort of push a large box onto them, and it'll enwrap and encapsulate them to enlarge their size.
Okay. As you're doing all this and getting everybody set up with Yofordir and Kiesel on the far side of the hut, Zedri left alone on the other side of the hut. Standing, watching, keeping eyes on this creature standing at the edge. Just the last second you hear rush of grass as one comes up from your side, broadsides you.
Zedri, I'm sorry. I thought I was being smart.
Alright, so one of them gets a surprise round since you guys spotted two of them.
There were 3 the whole time.
3 the whole time.
Well, to be fair, one of them
I've
is
been
labeled
here
as
this
Dark Cat
whole
11.
It's like that situation where, you know, they release a whole bunch of pigs at the end of like a graduation ceremony with like 1, 2, 3, and 5. So
Yeah.
you go looking for number 4.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm not sure what it's doing. It's not pulling things the right way. Let me try this again. Alright. Oh, yeah, it helps if I drag the right thing. It has been too long since combat. I don't even remember how to do it, so...
Whoop whoop.
Woohoo.
Oh, nat 20 rolled back off, so... 15 to hit?
15 will hit, yes.
So it goes and just jabs into your side with these tusks that just like rip into your side, and then it rips it out as it pulls back, and then proceeds to try and clamp onto you with its second attack. Now I can actually roll. 18 to hit.
Oh.
Yep, 18 does hit.
For 16 damage as it just like rips into your side, just starting to rip away, and then it just pulls away a little bit of flesh as it finishes its attack. And everybody roll initiative.
Solid.
Good golly.
Yeah, I got a 9 for initiative, so
He's on his street. He's in his house.
Just look at that timing. Cedric gets a hole ripped in the side of him.
Yeah.
Kiesel comes to save the day.
giant.
All it
Kiesel-
takes is my near death.
giant Kiesel and giant Newforder.
Oh.
Alfred is still half asleep. He's like, oh man.
And of course,
It was a
Silenus is
miracle
hanging
that
out
he
the
was
hut. Silenus, I would imagine, did you go back to sleep? You said you were going to, but are you just sitting in there kind of wondering?
He was fully like, there's nothing is going to come of this. He went to lay back down, the cry of this cat and Adria, I assume, getting knocked up against the.
Yeah, if you're awake, you would hear it. You would absolutely
Yeah.
hear that this is going on.
Yeah, just it'll be like, shit.
I just
So you
imagine,
can roll initiative as well.
I just imagine you're laying on your side, facing that side towards Zedri, and like
Watch
you open your
blood
eyes at the
splatter
right time
across
and
the
to see
side.
Zedri getting slammed into the side.
Zedric holding his intestines from falling out. It's
So
like a
that'd be a
scene
question. Would Zedri get slammed into the hut and then the cat couldn't go any further?
It's actually a good question, because if we can duck in and out as we make our attacks,
Yeah.
that might be really useful.
I think we can only go in through the door proper, though, right?
No, there's no door. You can go in and out any part of the hut.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That's wild, then.
Yeah, it doesn't. Its ability doesn't throw. There's nothing that like knocks him back. So.
Gotcha.
You can just like take a step back.
Nice, 21. Look at
Silenus
that.
was
This
getting ready
is
to go back to
alert.
sleep, but he goes before everybody else.
The ultimate irony.
There's also
rest.
Kiesel. Because
Oh, there is Kiesel.
Silenus and Kiesel roll the same.
Roll
He's
exactly the same.
running.
Oh, he connected.
Hey!
Yeah.
Look at
The
that
nick
timing.
of time.
Look who made it.
21 on the initiative roll. You are second in the initiative order. As we
Combat
just started combat.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
With Zedri getting ripped open by a surprise attack from this panther-like creature with sword-like tusks sticking out the front of its face.
I was only joking about the displacer beast.
These things are horrifying, Ernie. They have webbed toes. They have 3 toes. They got a tongue sticking out that's like 90,000
They got,
feet
like-
long.
Apparently, your
Guys,
uncle will
cats are
sneak
here
one.
as comfort animals. At least my cat is. I don't know if Jeff's cat is still here.
I do not have control.
My pup is down here by my side.
Nice.
I need control of my
All right. Unfortunately
He's
for
already a
Zedri,
slave.
the top of the order is the creature that just ripped into Zedri.
Oh.
It could very reasonably take me out in this single turn, so go for it.
22 initiative to just barely get there.
Use your rage, Zedri. You got it in you, I believe.
Non-confrontational Zedri.
19
Yeah.
to hit.
Oh,
Oh man, it's
our
that.
tiefling boy.
What's that teeth?
Stabs in, and Zedri, you are just like dripping blood draining out here.
Our
As
fire
it
hurt
attempts
boy.
to bite.
Ooh. Somebody used a reroll.
Oh, okay. Are we
Ollie!
re-rolling the damage or re-rolling the attack, Ollie?
Bite missed at least.
Ollie's coming in clutch
Or
tonight.
the
Attack?
attack.
Okay.
Attack. We love channel points.
Yeah. Trust me, when
Thank you.
I'm not
Alright.
playing anymore, I will be using all my channel points for y'all.
Thank you.
Oh!
I was gonna say Ernie should have.
That was not a good re-roll.
Shit happens.
Hey.
I
is
don't-
calling for a reroll.
Solid work, Ollie. Solid work.
Yep. It's like
First you
Oh,
don't
no.
succeed, try again. There we go.
is
You got a dodge.
Saved Zedri's
Alright.
life there, probably.
Second attack's the bite.
Oh my god.
And misses with that one too. Oh,
Well, you
Ollie in the
already-
clutch.
already rolled an attack for the bite and missed. So
Well,
Yeah.
because we were on the re-roll from the previous attack, so. And I chose to.
So do I
well,
the 9 hit points?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you
you'd
get
have
the
back the 9
Heal.
that you took.
So 29.
You got it?
Okay. Yeah, I got
Okay. Alright.
He's ready to have that HP back.
it. Please.
Diesel, you're here.
Oh, I need to.
I need
Oh,
control
yeah,
of
we
my
probably need
character,
to get control back.
and
How
I
do
need a
I-
battle map.
I can't change the number,
Uh,
so I might need an assist silver.
release.
I did clear it, so he should be able to grab it now.
Oh no, I only have 2 options available for me and my character.
No, just close it and reopen it. I clicked release and it felt like I was releasing a Pokemon back when I was like, I was like, bye, Kiesel.
Keys up.
Kies-
Okay, what's going on? What am I looking at? We're in. Oh, good lord. There's 1, there's 2. Not as good as usual.
It's not good.
Yeah, and the 10-foot by 10-foot square that Silenus is in the middle of is the hut. The tiny hut. Not Jabba.
I gave Yofrider the goggles at night, so you can see,
Okay. Well,
but you can't see.
I can't see.
Well, we do have the 40 feet of light from
Yeah,
my
no.
axe.
Yeah,
It's
we
true.
You
can
can see
light from
within
the
the
axe,
40
yeah.
feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to see the one attacking Zedri. For sure. And the one on the side of the coast, or it's the side of the river, should be within that viewpoint now, too.
Yes, the one furthest down, I'm not sure is.
All right. Well, after seeing Zedri get absolutely laid into, I'm gonna haul ass over here because I like to be cheeky. And then, as a bonus action, I want to use Fighting Spirit to give myself advantage on the attack.
Okay.
Which
Nice.
also gives me 5 temp HP. And we're gonna start swinging.
No, not that sound.
Oh, not that damage. Actually, I don't even have Sirenscape open.
I'm getting rid of the dark cat name so it doesn't trigger the cat meow every time.
It's literally what it was.
I'm gonna use my second attack.
Nice.
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 Love to see that 22. Oh, Jesus.
These sounds are insane.
I don't feel bad about laying into this thing. No, after seeing it lay into Zedri, he's just gonna run up and just start doing these wide cleaves, just trying to slice whatever I can make contact with that isn't Zedri. While also kind of using the sharp end as like a spear in a way to help keep my distance, since I do have that 10-foot range.
Okay.
No, I think I messed up. I didn't attach enlarge to both y'all.
Yeah, I don't think you ever put the effect in because I interrupted you with the surprise attack.
So you would have on all your hits, you would have another D4.
Got to go ahead and roll 2d4. I'll add them on.
For demolish.
Yeah.
3.
Let me see.
21 damage. Okay.
Nice.
My math could be wrong.
No,
Nope,
It could be
you're good.
25.
21.
Okay.
I wonder if
It could've
I
been
wonder
better.
if it's gonna let me do this.
So that's my bonus action. That's my attack. I'm not gonna action search quite yet. It's not that bad. So yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Silenus, in the hut.
Silenus he just usually sets up, stretches, and as he sits there, there's a little poof, smoke in his lap as a black cat appears. I think I would, Frank. Why don't you go take care of them? Yes. And he's gonna just kind of a little shoo off, and it'll go. It'll not leave the hut at this turn.
Okay, go ahead and
And
roll an
I
initiative
believe-
for Galfrank.
Yes. Unfortunately, I do have to use my action to summon him. I double checked. It is not a.
Nice.
Look at that.
Yes, he's
Galfrank
next.
came to play. All right. Is that it for your turn, Silenus?
Yep.
All right, Galfrank's up. Let's go again.
Love the cat noises.
Meow.
I just put him there as a placeholder so you have him to move.
He is going to run over and scamper up Yofredir's leg and perch on his shoulder.
Yofredir's or Zedri's?
Yofredir.
Okay. Okay. Zedri?
Okay.
Calling saved
Yeah,
your life.
Zedri's feeling quite hurt. So he is going to go ahead and like reach over to this creature and like put his hands out, kind of like over its, I guess, like mandible tusks.
Okay.
And there is first going to be a black flame that's going to have him do a save, and I'm going to cast an upcasted Wither and Bloom on this thing.
All right.
So I'll do level 4. And then that will allow me to do 3 hit die. And I also get to add a D8 from my Firebird. So I will
Nice.
mostly recover from it.
Hell yeah.
The Firebird D8 will be just another 3. So I'll be sitting at 12 then.
Wither and Bloom is like the best
Looking
druid
clean.
spell.
It's very good, but it
is.
did kill a little bit of the plant growth kind of around, and now there's just this little tiny area. It's not even a full circle because since I'm sat outside of the hut, spells can't reach into it.
Correct.
So it's like this odd like crescent shape, kind of like around
Yeah,
Zedri.
just kind of moves a little bit past the Night Tusk a little bit more.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and look at his wildfire spirit, and he's gonna go ahead and kind of like nod over to it. He's gonna use his bonus action to command it. So he will go ahead and fiery teleport behind Kiesel, if possible.
Space. Or get closer to the one by the bank.
Don't jinx this. But yeah, he will
Behind
go ahead
Crystal,
and
I guess we have a very dynamic battlefield at the moment.
yes. So I can
You
move,
can move it wherever you want.
up to 15 feet. So I'll go ahead and move there. With the Firebird, and then this thing is going to have to make a
Save.
Dex
Yep.
save. Yep. And I might actually have that in my.
It should be on the
cohorts
stat
tab.
block. Yeah, just drag the D.
Yeah.
deck hit.
Cool. Boop. We'll see. Maybe this thing's dexterous.
It's not doing well on its phase, so.
Then it gets flame for 6. Oh, that was a cool sound effect.
Was.
Yeah.
Anything else from the Wildfire Spirit?
That'll be our turn.
All right, that'll bring us to the one that you spotted off on the right. It comes sprinting in on Alfred and attempts to gore Alfred. 20.
20. Will hit a magical barrier.
Shield?
As yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Had to do the math really quick.
All right, and it'll attempt to hit again. Do you want to throw the shield on you?
Yeah.
There you go.
I was also gonna say that Percy's birds would be right with the two of them, and they can use their reaction to deflect the attack, which imposes disadvantage on the attack roll of one creature it can see within 5 feet of it, provided the attack roll is against a creature other than the defender.
Okay. Does the defender act after your?
This is the reaction.
No, but I mean, like, so I can put it in the initiative order. Does it just go?
Yeah,
right after you,
they're
or does
on
it have
my
to go?
turn.
Okay. All right.
There's so many creatures.
It's getting a little busy.
We'll win by action economy.
We'll put it at 7 then.
Oops, all turns.
Oops.
Okay. So misses, and Yoferdir.
Alright. Well. Man,
It hurt bear.
everyone's doing stuff. But, one of the Banes actually hasn't attacked yet, but these other two are real close. I don't know, I feel like Kiesel can poke that one and keep it at bay, so Yoker is going to move down to here. And attack this one by Alfred. He's gonna just look at Dolphin on the shoulder and be like, hold on.
Digs its claws in.
Yeah, and he's... Okay. And yeah, add my rage since I did that. Before I... But I will just... It's a,
That'll hit.
and it's extra d4 to the damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. And then I'll use my second attack on him too.
We gotta start getting some crits in here, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically like swing, like
Look at
do an
that.
upward swing and then just swing right back down onto it. And
I like that
that'll
you
be
and
his
Kiesel
turn.
both dealt 21. Some
It's a lucky
solidarity
number.
there.
Wow.
Yeah. That's
All
his
right,
turn. then.
Percy.
Alright, first thing Percy is gonna do is she's gonna say, well, let's live to make this a story, and is going to cast Bardic Inspiration onto you know what, let's go to give it to Yoferdir. Yoferdir Bardic Inspiration, so you have a d6. And then she's gonna aim her crossbow towards the night tusk that's at the edge of the water.
Okay.
So still trying to get used to.
Oh, yep, no problem.
We are buffing our marshals.
13 hits.
Nice. All right, so that's. And then her birds, her avian defenders, are going to flurry of beaks on the one that was attacking. They're gonna move.
You should be able to drag him. There you
Yeah. They're gonna move there, and they're gonna flurry of beaks on this one.
go. Okay.
Hell yeah!
Nice.
Alright, and so they're gonna get
Didn't yell that time.
some... Oh, hell yeah!
Nice.
Dang.
So they're gonna just,
Solid.
like, a bunch of metal beaks are gonna just, like, come down and are tearing into its flesh.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Alfred.
Alright, this is a little closer than Alfred would like it. So instead of turning to his firearm, he's going to quickly pull out his trusty scimitar and give it a good old green flame blade. Oh wait, no he won't. He's just gonna give it a scimitar. I swapped out green flame blade.
Oh, bro.
It happens. You only have so many cantrips.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
It's big damage.
That's not bad.
Nice.
Who needs to be a marshal?
Yeah.
Bonus action?
And yeah, bonus action. Alfred's actually gonna turn his attention northward, trying not to split his focus too much from the one in front of him to give it an opportunity. But he's gonna take a shot at Night Husk 11. Cohorts. It's been a while. Shot. Yeah, it's just too much to split his attention, and he goes a little wide.
You're a little too excited about the damage you dealt.
He wasn't expecting to go that deep.
There you go. Alright.
Yeah, that'll be it for Alfred.
Alright, the one Night Tusk that has not engaged yet.
Oh no.
No.
Edry are the closest target, and they are not very smart.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, it was almost the net one.
Way to rub it in.
16 as it rips into you with the gore attack. And attempts to bite as the follow-up, and it did get the net one.
Oh,
Alright, let's
beautiful.
watch him make a dex save here.
It's nice for that not to be.
Hope it fails again. Oh, he made it.
It rolls a 30-20.
Alright, that is all it can do on its turn, so that'll put us back top of the order with number 11. And this swarm of birds that did all its damage to it, we're going to watch this cat just start pawing at birds in the air. I've seen that scene way too many times. 18 to hit. It slashes through with its tusks and rolls double ones for the damage.
Alright.
Attempt to bite one of them out of the air. I considered making a name which one was being bit first, but... Alright, that hits.
Oh my god.
My babies.
Oh.
Where are they at for...
Me.
Okay, so they're beyond half. So with the swarm rules, it'll be the secondary damage if it does damage. Be the lighter damage now. And that is it for its turn. And Kiesel, you're back up to stab things.
Two questions. We were in the middle of like trying to long rest, right? After a long day of traveling.
Correct.
Okay. And temp HP can stack, right? If I keep using my
no.
friends. No.
No.
Temp
Okay.
HP is not stab.
Okay.
It replaces.
It replaces. Well, then I will replace my 5 with another 5 because I still want to give myself advantage. So I'm just gonna blow it all away. I don't like this, so I'm just gonna start. Let's see what I can get. Let's see what I can get.
Okay.
17, nice.
Why is that so loud and long?
They're so creepy.
Second attack.
Nice.
Oh man, you're going for beating that 21 from before.
Uh,
Oh, don't forget the D4s.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
Max, dude. It's
What was
we're
max
so bad.
damage?
We're so bad. Roll to 21 and then damage plus a D4.
Ooh, another 17.
Wait, that was your third.
34. 21 was nothing.
Did you miss a D4?
No, I added the D4 at the beginning for the last damage,
Okay.
and then that D4 was for that damage. How does the beast look?
It's starting to look pretty beat up. About as bad as the birds it's pawing at.
Okay, I am going to action surge and do it all again.
Nice.
And I'm gonna shift down one. And would I be able to hit the one that's attacking Zedric?
Yeah.
At that range. Okay. Well then I'm gonna shift my focus. That one looks a little beat up. It'll probably learn its lesson, I hope.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh. Ooh.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
Ooh. It was
That
bound
was
to
a
happen
great time for
eventually.
that to come in.
Yeah.
I'm not
Means
cruel.
your
I'm not
D4
going
is
to
getting doubled, too.
redeem points.
Mm-hmm.
Then add another 4 to that as well.
Add another D4 to that?
Oh, add another just flat 4 because
Oh.
the dice are getting doubled. So the first one's maxed, so that's 4. Plus the one that you rolled.
Yeah.
So 20 damage.
Yeah. And there's
At
numbers.
the start of my next turn, because I did slashing damage, Night Tusk 2 has disadvantage on all attacks.
Alright.
Thanks
Until
to
the
my-
start of your next turn.
Yes,
Right.
thanks to my feet, my 2 feet. So,
There should be... You should be able to drag that.
I should be able to drag it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, drag both of those effects onto it. Disadvantage on the attack and then...
And then I'll reduce the speed by 10 on the first one too, because technically whenever it takes damage by slashing it, it's reduced by 10. Until the start of my next turn. So, those birds come in, it's like pawing away at it, kind of like a manic kitty cat. I'm going to take the opportunity to just start poking and prodding at like its ribcage, going in with the twist before turning my attention immediately to Zedri, who was again being immediately mauled, and I'm going to come down as hard as I can on like its spine until like its belly just hits the floor. I want to hear it crunch. I want to see it bleed. And that's it. That's my turn.
Okay,
It's
you have
your
to check 1 on the reduction of speed because it's only once per turn.
Oh, it's only once per turn? Okay, then I'm gonna reduce the speed on the...
Number 2, number
yeah.
11.
Number
Number 2.
11. I don't want that thing moving around the birds, so I'm gonna reduce the speed on number 11.
Okay.
That's my turn. It's my action search.
Alright. Silenus.
Silenus rubs his eyes a little bit and goes and makes gestures and instead of the you've seen this once before, instead of the little sigil that pops up when he casts Eldritch Blast coming in front of him, it pops up right in front of Alfrank's face, and it shoots two blasts at the thing that Yofridir is fighting, which is a tusk right by it.
I don't think you want to shoot that one.
Are you... Pretty sure your familiar can only do the touch spells through it. If
Okay.
the reading on Find Familiar is.
Yes, that is what the reading on Find Familiar says. You have in the past allowed me to cast other spells through him as well. That's why I was doing that.
Alright, we'll allow it for this combat, but that was my not understanding that you could you were breaking the rules at that time because I didn't realize it. So, but
Okay,
since based on that presumption, we can do it for this combat. So,
no, no, it's fine. I thought it was an intentional thing, but it's fine. So we'll hop down off of Gopher Deer.
When you started making the movement, that's why I went and looked it up. I'm like, I have a feeling that's what you're doing. So,
I will run up to Cedric and just kind of pop a little paw on his leg, and cast Cure Wounds.
all right.
Thank you very much.
Woo!
Nice.
That is
Okay.
And then
Uber.
the cat will back inside the hut.
Okay.
what a turn. What a play.
Try not to die too hard.
We still get the cat on Galfrank, so.
Yep.
So, Zedri is going to go ahead and with Kiesel right there, just kind of like grab him by the upper arm and say, hey Kiesel, do I have your permission to go ahead and do the thing? And he gestures towards the bird and then towards a spot like a little ways away.
I'm enlarged, right?
Yeah.
Sure thing, buddy.
Let me make sure that if he's large that I can do this then. Yep. It doesn't have a size requirement.
Nice.
So I am going to hold my action to go ahead and have a clear line between the two after I teleport. So use my bonus action to have my fire spirit teleport us,
Okay.
and then use my actual action. Is that permissible?
Okay. So you're holding your action until after the wildfire spirit teleports you. Is that what you're asking?
Mm-hmm. I want clear line of sight out of peripherals on both of them will be the trigger.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Alrighty. Then we are going to go ahead and teleport out over, it can be 15 feet. So here. And then Kiesel will be beside me. And then let me go ahead and have Guy go ahead and make a save.
They are not doing well with the
Save.
bonus fire damage.
Nice. So Zedri will kind of like land with Kiesel, and then he's going to go ahead and there's a light snowfall, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He'll go ahead and whoosh the snowfall, and he is going to cast a 10-foot wide tidal wave that is going to sweep both going left from Night Tusk to right towards Night Tusk 11, and hopefully pushing them like over in this area. But whoop. So I will have
Okay,
both
so
of
you're pushing
them.
them
Well,
toward-
I guess it won't push them because it just knocks them prone.
Pointing in the direction of going towards the northwest, starting down
Mm-hmm.
here with Night Tusk 2. What's the length on your wave?
30 feet.
Oh.
So with the 10, I should be able to hit
Yep, you should be fine.
that. Mhm.
Okay, so you want to drag their saves on them?
Yes. You did say it was a dynamic map. Okay, that one's going to save. So that one will take half damage and not be knocked prone. And then, let me, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I enjoy
Fails.
that one
I don't
failed.
feel so bad about my performance check now.
I'm so sorry for all the noises.
That's awesome.
Killed it.
Got it.
No.
The second one is knocked prone.
Yeah.
Copyright.
All right, it's on there.
But then, yeah.
Okay.
Zedri will just look towards the Kiesel and give like a thumbs up as he wipes just a little tiny bit of blood from his lip.
And
'cause-
there is nothing in it that moves him; it just knocks him prone. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
Watch it here. Take that little bit of snowflake, melt it, and just kind of scrape a big old tidal wave across, and the birds just watch this wave of water go flying in front of them.
Hey, better that than a tidal weight of blood. Thank you, Galfring, for healing me.
Kiesel looks down at Zedri and just like wipes more like sweat from like the top of his brow.
It's like I get rained on because he's so large.
I don't like that. Stop doing that.
All right. Night tusk number 3. Go after Alfred.
Oh,
23.
that hits.
Maybe he rolls like a 1 on the damage.
It was close. There's still a 2, so
Yeah.
4 more attacks.
21 to hit.
Can you refill shield?
Okay.
Let me
Drop your shield on you. Alright. Goes and just like rips into you. Just barely catches like the edge of your skin on your side of your abdomen. As it doesn't deal a ton of damage at 10. But then tries to go back into bite and just hits that magical shield and just crunches its teeth a little bit as it recoils. And Yoverdeer. Our familiar rage sound.
Yep.
No, kitty, please stop doing that.
Yep. Let's see what we did for the first 2 attacks.
18 will definitely hit.
Alright.
Roll a 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget the D4.
No, 2d4.
Next
Nice.
6.
Hey, nice.
And then I will actually use my action surge. So like he takes his 2 swings, and then Alfred would hear him like take the breath, and then he swings 2 more times.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna put my bardic
just
inspiration
missed.
on that.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
Woo! A 16 will hit. So
Oh,
that's
damn.
12.
Alright.
Oh.
Alright.
It has to be dead, right?
He's just laying into this thing.
It is severely injured at this point. This thing is looking terribly rough. And scared at this point. It is starting to kind of back away in its space, frightened by the amount of damage it's taken.
He said in its space.
Well, they can't reaction run away, so. Anything else you have for here?
That's it. He's just gonna be towering over this thing.
Percy.
All right, Percy, with her crossbow, is going to run over this way. Her birds are gonna come join her, and using this as kind of spell flavoring, she's going to pull a vial from her, like reach around, pull a vial from her pocket, load it into the crossbow with the bolt, and essentially she's casting Tasha's Caustic Brew
Nice.
on
Nice.
night task number 2. So let me see.
Alfred, how do you react when you watch somebody else do your stuff here? Your shtick.
Oh. A single tear goes down Alfred's cheek.
It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Alright.
Alright, it
And
fails.
Alright. And so it's the effect one, right? Or attack. attack. Alright. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out.
No, I think you already had that one.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Yeah, you did the dex. So then it is 2d4 acid, I believe, at the start of each of its turns. So
Okay.
it doesn't take any damage on the front end. It takes at the beginning of each of its turns.
Hell, that's good by me.
Damage,
And then-
damage.
For 1 minute. So
Okay. Alright, and
So-
then Yofir used his bardic inspiration. Let me check something. And then for her birds, they're gonna use one of their repairs to restore 2d8 plus 3 hit points.
nice.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's
Minor
my
little dinging. No.
and that's my turn.
Alfred, seeing the look of fear in this thing, as it starts to back away a little bit from you.
No quarter. It took a bite. It took a claw out of me. Alfred's going back with his scimitar because it's too close to take down with his ballista. Just a simple 1-2. A simple
yeah.
1-2.
Nice.
Oh,
Man, that didn't even roll. It just slid across the table.
that was.
We'd have to accuse you
Terrible.
of cheating if it hadn't been a 1.
I'll re-roll it if you want me to.
No. You just eat of the creature.
And then afterwards he'll repeat and rotate 180 degrees and take a shot at the Night Husk 11. Hopefully faring a little bit better this time. I have advantage?
You have
No, you have
disadvantage because there's
That
You're in
one's-
melee.
in melee.
Oh, okay. Understandable. Have a nice day. That's the end of my turn.
Here goes the 7 acid damage as it starts to burn away from your caustic brew.
The vocal cords are the
Nice.
last thing to go, so it's just gonna keep crying out.
All right.
That's so sad.
Coming in on you, Percy.
Right. My birds are there, so it gets disadvantage. So they can
7.
use
That's gonna be a miss.
misses.
All right, you get an attack of opportunity if you want to use your reaction to do so.
Nice.
Nice.
Can Percy? All right, she has her crossbow. That's not gonna work right now. Should I like prepare so much for every time I cast anything? Can she essentially just like? Could I use? I'm trying to think how to quickly do this. Could I cast? I had to do a melee attack, right?
Yeah, because I don't think you're a warcaster.
No.
Yeah.
And she like essentially like smack it with her crossbow.
Use it as an
That's-
improvised weapon? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what she's holding.
So you wouldn't be using the crossbow attack, although you could shoot it with the crossbow, just be disadvantage.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be your option is you can take the disadvantage attack but possibly get more damage, or do an improvised attack that's going to be D4, D6 on an improvised
D4,
D4.
I think.
D4, yeah.
So it'd just be a straight strength check.
You might have a better modifier to the disadvantage too.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. She's gonna like shoot it with the crossbow.
Point blank, shoot it.
Yeah.
They were both the same.
And it wasn't far.
5 and a 6.
So.
Yeah.
Alright. That's it for its turn, which is going to put us back top of the order with number 11. Go for Kiesel.
I wish you
Your
did.
Fireheart friend. Yep, and it's got that disadvantage from your attack last time, so
Yep.
11-11.
Nice.
Not going to do anything.
Nice.
Now it's my turn. I'm big.
I'm so glad I didn't have to try and do that voice.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
it gave me advantage. It's still technically counted as prone.
Oh yeah, it's still saying that
Oh,
it's prone
yeah.
from
It
the.
should
Yeah.
have been prone, so.
Yeah, I can re-roll that. 'Cause I ain't got no problem. I'll still hit it again.
Won't.
On the second attack.
On the second. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. We have the D4.
Yep.
Yep. Come on, what? Gotta be dead here soon.
12.
That one better die, so. God.
Is it still up?
It's still up.
As bonus action,
Poke.
Hit with the butt of your weapon.
does the one kill it?
You get to add another D4.
Yeah, you get a D4 on.
Does the 2 kill it?
This thing needs to die.
No, but a 3 would have.
3 would.
I need one more D4. It's gonna come up me and like swat at me, and I'm just gonna look at it because it's like kind of hurt. Like it didn't even come close, and I'm just gonna give it one quick swing, and then on the back end, grab the glaive and just bonk it on the head, expecting that to do something. But I guess it's just gonna look at me like.
It looks at you confused that it had disadvantage on its attacks because the DM screwed up and forgot to take prone off of it, and that's why it had disadvantage.
Ah.
No way.
There's your gift for the night.
No way.
Alright,
Oh, man.
Silenus.
So you're all doing really good out there. Keep up the good work. If any of you die, know that I can save you. Yes, and he'll just petting Galfrank.
I didn't know you took a level in Bard.
Not yet. I haven't.
No, you
Not
didn't get the dice. You just got the attempted inspiration.
The encouraging words. Doesn't
Alright,
give
is
you
that all
any.
from Silenus then?
Yeah, no one's really hurt right now, and the only touch range spells he has is spare the dying, cure wounds, and revivify. So
Alright. Jump past the cat. Zedry.
Okay. Zedry's gonna take it low and slow. He's gonna look at Kiesel and just say, I know I'm a little bit of a hypocrite because I said no fire, but he's gonna take his Firebird and he's gonna kind of like toss it up in the air. It's gonna kind of like twirl a bit before opening its wings. There's gonna be 4 flaming pinions as they fire off, and I'm gonna go ahead and have Scorching Ray cast out of it. So hopefully that does something. I'll do, I guess, each in turn.
Yeah, that's fine. That hits.
Okay.
Isn't that technically radiance and not fire?
It's fire.
What? So fire just impacts it, and I'll have the extra D8 of fire damage go on to this one as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So, be an extra 6 fire damage.
Oh, nice.
It's still up.
Looking pretty beat up.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's definitely
then
looking beat up.
second one over.
It looks worse than you did a little bit ago.
Oh, brilliant.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, and then
All right.
burn a hole in the side of it as it just lumps to the ground, smoldering in front of Kiesel as you hear the sizzle as the snowflakes start to drop into the fire.
Fucking finally.
As I threw up the Firebird, I would hope that it can probably have line of sight over the hut, the opaque hut, to be able to fire off at Night Tusk 3.
Oh, it's got clear line of sight without that. The hut
Oh, okay, cool.
isn't in the way.
Boop-a-doop.
Yeah, because the
Ooh, that one is going to miss, but I'm going to use my inspiration on this. to go
You
ahead
got
and
to
reroll
save it
that.
earlier.
Hey, listen, I'm just a little guy. Gosh darn it!
because that's the hut right there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah. So that's 3 out of 4.
Can I use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs and give?
No, because you used your reaction to make the attack of opportunity.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That's okay. I still have one more.
That was a good
Yeah.
Did you cast it with 4? Did you upcast it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Nice.
level 3.
Alright, that one hits.
And 7 damage to them.
Oh, yeah.
Smoky. That'll be my turn.
Okay. Night Tusk 3 is gonna run. So, Alfred and Yofordir, you can use your reactions to take an attack of opportunity if you so choose.
We'll do so.
Without a doubt.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
Hell
Didn't need
yeah.
it.
Didn't need
I love
it.
that you heard
Perfect.
it as it was dying.
I
Yeah,
dropped
figured-
into it.
Yeah, you ever did chops into it.
No one knows who really killed it. Alfred is right there.
What's the name of the map? I accidentally closed it.
Here, I'll just share it.
Snowy grasslands.
I did the wrong.
Alright, it attempts to turn and run as it dies. Yofordir! One left on the board.
Yeah, he's gonna step over. Respectfully past birds, you know. And he's gonna chop down with his axe.
Make him cry.
Alright. Yeah.
D-Force?
D4.
Oh yeah, and the D4s, I forgot.
Good golly.
Yeah, the whole D4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else, Yofordir?
And- No, that's it. He hasn't done his, so
Percy?
Alright. So Percy is. Can I switch out my crossbow for my short sword?
Yeah, if you want to do it as a free action, it's drop the crossbow and pull your other weapon.
Yeah, so she's gonna drop the crossbow, pull out her short sword, and as she's pulling it out and going to make an attack, she's gonna cast Booming Blade.
Alright.
So, is going to
Make it thunder.
yes. Oh, come on. Brandish a weapon. So she's... Yes!
Nice.
Alright, and so then it's 2d8 plus the sword's damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do swords damage. And then thunder.
Oh.
I like the new sound effect.
That was a fun one.
And then
Yeah.
if it...
God.
Alright. Then if it moves, I think it takes an additional thunder damage.
Yeah, it's the better out of
Yeah,
out
actually,
of Great
I think
Flame Blade.
just the... If I'm... Okay. Target suffers weapon attacks, normal effects, and then becomes sheathed in booming energy. So it doesn't do the D8 on the attack,
Okay.
except for the 5th level thing.
It does
That
your
5th level
arcane
melee
fire.
attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage. So it would have been 1d8
Okay.
of thunder on top of the piercing, and then it has the... Or wait, no.
This shit is so confusedly
Yeah, that one's a
worded.
really, really poorly worded spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it'd be 1d8 on the attack because you're at 5th level, and it's 2d8 if it moves. Okay.
Okay.
I think I got it. So
just
it would
half
have
what-
5 more hit points put back on it.
Okay.
We'll give you the 6 that you rolled as the first dice. So,
Thank you.
all right. Avian Defenders.
They are also gonna do their... I am losing everything in this craziness. They're gonna do their flurry of beaks on this guy. They're gonna miss.
Oh, that's
and
Ryan's one. That should have missed.
and I'm gonna risk an attack of opportunity and move out of its range.
Okay. All right. So before you move, it'll take the attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Bite and miss.
Quick.
All right. Backing out.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay. Alfred, you know
Oh,
you killed that thing. It's all
no,
you.
like, I'm going for a second. Going first with a shot. He's gonna start running, take a shot.
Oh!
No further. Yikes.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, he's gonna use the rest of his movement and run up to it.
Damn gun jam.
Oof. Yeah, no, it just something caught his eye. He thought he saw another one out in the distance.
More glowing orbs.
More glowing orbs. Just fireflies. No, that's the end of his turn.
Alright, 9+2 is gonna take some more acid damage. And I guess Yofredir. You need some blood on you. Or not.
I can try. That one hits.
Oh, what, 2 damage?
Just 8.
Oh, basically.
2 cubed.
Alright. Back to the top.
My speed improves, right?
Yes.
By how many feet? Oh, I have enough feet, actually. Never mind. I just need the 2 that I got. So I'm gonna run. and I'm gonna see that Alfred has just. Actually, I probably wouldn't see it because of the tiny hut. But I see that there's trouble here on this side, so I'm gonna look at Zedry and go, I gotta do more of what I just did. Haul ass, and I'm just like, as I'm running, I'm dragging the glaive through the snow before coming up and just uppercutting this thing. Maybe? Perhaps.
Yes, I think so.
Nice.
13 damage. Going in for my second attack.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
9 damage. And then using my bonus action to just bonk it. That'd have been funny.
Okay.
Giant
That would be
bonking
funny.
it though is pretty big, so.
It is.
4.
Yeah, that last little bonk is enough to put it into the severely wounded stage.
Oh yeah, no, I'm coming down hard with it. I crack it on the head, and trying to see what bodily parts go flying out like an eye or something.
So the thing gives that growl over its shoulder as you're attacking at its back, and it starts to like look concerned about its condition at this point.
There's no running when you fuck with us.
It is surrounded at this point.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
dead. We're eating good tonight. we're
Better than
roasting
the
over a
rat.
fire.
It's better than the rat and good berries.
Alfred's putting on his apron.
Yo, dude.
Chef Alfred is making a reduction.
Oh my, dude, we're gonna be eating good for at least a week with these things.
Alright, Silenus, what do you got?
Selena's kind of like just looking around it like you're doing pretty good, yes. Kiesel, a little bit more strength in the downswing. Your left arm is the elbow is bent.
I bet you can see a lot from the inside of the hut.
Yes. Yes, very good.
Cybil gives a barking approval.
I'm presuming that is the turn.
He doesn't have anything else to do.
Alright, Zedry.
Percy, are your avian defenders in like the space? Like they're all occupying like the area beside Alfred and Jofredir?
Yeah, they're kind of like in that area, kind of like flying around them. Is like.
Could I technically occupy the same space as
I
them?
believe you can.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yes, because it's a swarm,
Alright.
technically. So,
Mm-hmm.
He'll whistle back to the bird because he's going to want it to do a flame seed attack. But he is going to move 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I'm going to go ahead and move into the same space as the avian defenders. And Zedry's going to put both of his fingers together, and he's going to go ahead and cast Burning Hands.
yeah.
And
Nice.
upcast it at a level 2.
Chef Alfred, you're going to be too late. It's already going to be cooked.
It did save.
Well, also this one has also been burned by acid already, so maybe this one's
might not be the. Yeah,
No.
good point. Good point.
Choosing the right ingredients is the key to making a fine dish.
So it takes half of that,
Yeah.
but it's also going to take the additional D8 from my Firebird
Alright.
for the enhanced bonds.
Extra
So
5.
an extra 5 on top.
Oh, Zedry, I thought you said you were going to go easy on the fire.
Fuck off! I thought you were gonna be out here with us. As he just turns and faces the opaque thing.
Yeah, use that rage.
What do you?
And
No!
I won't heal you next time then.
I do appreciate that. Yeah, that'll be Zedry's turn, and then his wildfire spirit is going to go ahead and take
Quickly forgotten
It's action.
in 18 seconds.
So your wildfire spirit is not going to be able to shoot through giant Kiesel. You're at
It's still flying with whenever I threw it up before. So would it have the diagonal on?
hover speed. So I would say it can't go too terribly high to be able to try.
Curses. Okay. Well.
You wouldn't. You want to move 2 over to the side, and you'll have angle. So.
Ooh, yes. I'll have it move 2 over to the side. But it still misses. So. Yep. My little bird's trying his best.
He's doing good.
Hey, these fiery teleportations were nice.
It misses and ignites the grass around us. There's now a wildfire spreading.
All right, Yofridir, you have a chance
My
to win combat here. You could kill 2. Alfred will take issue with that, but you can claim you killed 2.
Your person will look down at this thing and be like, it's time for you to go. And he's in a reckless attack.
Oh, jeez.
No!
Let's hope.
Pop off!
Oh,
That was
It's
a
mine, KS.
I can re-roll that because I have great weapon master. I can re-roll 1s and 2s.
okay, well, let me back it up because re-rolling is just adding extra damage. You dealt
did it?
20.
Not that I want to help,
No
but
one missed, so.
you saw your D4s.
Yeah. That's just one more. But now it also has advantage against me if it decides not to run.
Okay, and then you didn't roll your... Oh, yeah, you missed on the second attack. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah,
It is bleeding, kind of hunched over, barely standing at this point. Percy, steal the kill?
Hopefully.
You have done a decent amount of acid damage to the thing, so...
Yes. Percy is going to cast hello. I have a baby. She's gonna cast no. Dissonant Whispers on this guy. And you're like, Alfred's gonna hear like her casting the spells like, just fucking die already. And that's gonna like bound around in its head.
Die already.
Oh yeah, it definitely failed.
Yep. Alright. And so gonna oh come on.
Oh my god.
Killed it with psychic damage.
Watch as this thing just going, and it's like smacking itself in the head as that whisper is bouncing around in its head about
Just
whoever the
fucking
frick
die.
Alfred is, whatever this is. It's just all this noise. It doesn't have claws. It's just beating itself in the head until it just finally collapses from a stroke.
Alfred is now frightened of Percy.
Thing's just giving a little bit of a twitch as it's laying on the ground dead at this point.
And as it dies, Percy's gonna go over and pull her 2 crossbow bolts out of its body.
Nice. All right.
These are expensive.
Okay, as you finish off the last of the night tusks and are able to return to your rest for the evening, none of you having gotten to a long rest at this point.
Maybe Silenus.
Zidri is going to offer to heal anybody who has any visible injuries before we head in, because he did mention that's what he was going to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a 2nd level cure wounds from the staff to Alfred. And then, just to be safe, he'll do a 2nd level for Yofridir as well. Better safe than sorry.
everything burns out, closes out, you guys are able to return to your rest in the hut, and I imagine Selena's probably already passed out.
Well, once he sees everyone is safe, Elfrank's going to walk over and like rub up, like even between Zedri's feet, and like rub up against him.
I'll give him chin scratches. Thank you for helping me.
And then Elfrank's gonna go up and sit on top of the rock that we're next to and kind of keep eyes. And yes, Luna's just gonna go back to sleep once he confirms everyone's safe.
Okay.
Yeah, before going
Could we drag the...
back to
You go.
sleep, Yofer's just gonna rinse off in the creek real quick. So, just walk.
Zedri's gonna try to drag the carcasses. So if Yoferdir is washing his arms, he will definitely ask for Yoferdir's assistance.
Yeah, of course. Before I did.
Percy will
You-
help as well if she can.
Dinner
The
for
three
tomorrow
team.
night, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I think it'll be better than... I mean, there's nothing particularly wrong with feasting on rats, but I think these might have maybe a little bit more substance to them. They seem kind of fatty, and he'll kind of like slap this thing's dead corpse.
How long does enlarge last for? Like, how long am I big?
I think 1 minute.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty
fine
much
already.
done at the end of combat.
So you said that these creatures have like a leathery hide.
Yep.
If Percy were to like carve the hide off of one, does she think she'd be able to make like some money from it? Like, is it anything that's like...
Give me an investigation, I guess.
Alright.
At the same time that she's doing that, could Kiesel make like a survival to try to cut some meat off so we can have something to eat?
Yeah, you guys can
That's
attempt to
what
harvest.
the three of us are already doing.
Oh. I want to do
Yeah.
it too.
Alright, you can
so-
join us.
Everyone
We got
get
3
in.
of them. Whoever wants to do the harvesting, it's a survival check, and if you're getting help from the rest of them, it'd be with advantage. So
Yeah,
Zedri will volunteer,
Kiesel's gonna...
unless...
I'm just gonna take out like my dagger. Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
But you'd have advantage from literally every person helping you.
Yeah.
I thought we were just...
No.
Everybody was rolling.
Is it for... You said one roll for each of the 3?
yeah,
Okay. So then Kiesel, Zedri will help you out, so you can re-roll for that first one, and then he'll do the other 2.
Silver, I didn't hear. What did you say about if their hide could go for?
with an
Anything.
18, yeah, you're pretty sure you could probably get something out of it.
Alright, she'll try and carve up the hide off of one of them.
Zedri will help out.
Okay. It's survival. I don't have a very good survival, but we'll see how this goes.
Kiesel's
Oh, nice!
Oh wow.
kind of using his javelin as like a very sharp, like a laser pointed knife, kind of like really trying to precisely cut, and he's kind of like cutting away, take that out, take out the dagger, and just go, not very fond of rats, not in this life at least.
Okay, 20, 16, and 18.
Yes.
Fantasy Grounds just sent me new graphics for us to use on the next stream. While
Yeah, you got
stream.
We
Someone
also
in
had
the-
someone in chat, yeah.
Said, thank you for choosing Fantasy Grounds. Belle
Oh, yeah, that's Bell.
Muarte.
Welcome, welcome.
Come on, guy.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Thanks for
here.
making software that we like to use.
Yes.
Indeed. The lights.
nice to me. Maybe? Okay. Alright, so... all of those are good. So... you are able to get 4 lengths of hide off the night tusks.
Does it seem like something that could be turned into a good armor?
Well, you makes probably +1 leather armor out of it, or studded leather armor out of it.
Okay.
You were able to get the tusks off of, both tusks off of 2 of them. So you have 4 of those. And 1 tusk off the last one, so 5 technically. As well as 6 teeth. And 10 rations worth of food.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
We eating good. Now we just need someone to salt, cure it, make it last.
Just to clarify, it was 4 tusks, 4 lengths of hide, 10 rations, and what was the last thing?
No, I thought it was 5 tusks.
It's 5 tusks. I said 4 and then I corrected to 5. So, but the other numbers.
5 tusks, 4 lengths of hide, 10 rations.
Yeah.
10 rations, that was it?
Yep.
And then 6 teeth.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
was
there was
missing.
6 teeth. Yep. Good catch. All right. Way to go. I don't know if you guys have ever bothered to harvest an animal before.
We tried to with little
wait.
success.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there could
It's
be
been
that.
bad.
Trying
I
to
know
decide
because. Oh, go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was
Go
just gonna say I know because I was the one that tried to harvest something, and it was very unsuccessful.
All right.
I'm trying to
so
decide if I should make
we are
armor or a cool ass leather jacket for Percy out of this.
A jacket.
Buster,
For sure.
please.
So it is about midnight. So you still have enough time that you could get 6 hours of rest and get up at dawn and not lose any time.
Okay.
Just have to be nobody on watch for the first, for 4 hours in there, as Percy gets her trance in there for 4 of the 6. Or
Yeah.
you would have nobody on watch otherwise. Other option would be to go and start a little bit late. Isn't going to be a huge deal. To be able to have somebody on watch and rotate through.
If I wouldn't get like a long rest if I stayed up, right? Because I think Dustin was
If you're
DMing me.
just doing watch, you can stay up for. You still have to have 6 hours of rest.
Mhm.
Somewhere there, like actual sleep.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be. We haven't typically done it has to be continuous. It just can't be broken up by active action like this was.
Mhm.
Essentially, we just need about 2 hours of watch, or 4 hours of watch, and then Percy can take the last 2, because she's only needs a trance for 4 hours.
You're cutting out.
Can't hear you,
Heading-
AJ.
It'll put us 2 hours later than we were planning out.
I would like to. Galfrank is keeping watch. He will for the entire time.
Yeah, could do that.
Yeah.
Can Cybil keep
That
watch?
works.
I don't think so.
Oh man, do I need to go to
Sibyl's
redeem my word,
Sibyl's a
Sybil?
real animal that needs to sleep.
Yeah.
Gal brings the magic cat.
Bird, cat,
I
dog.
don't think Cybil understands
There's so
the
many
idea of
animals
keeping
in this
watch.
hut.
Including Gilfrey and Kiesel.
I know we had 3 dogs.
A partridge in the pear tree.
Actually, no. There's it's a Eurasian magpie.
What's a tit?
There's a long-tailed tit too.
All right, so Galfrank's taking watch.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
All right. All right. I will not do much to describe the watch because Galfrank doesn't care.
He's a cat.
So Galfrank, give me a perception roll.
If he doesn't care, he only needs to care if he sees something dangerous.
Well, since he'd have to actively come wake you up if there's something going on, we won't worry about describing what the scene is outside because he's the only one absorbing that information while you're sleeping. So, but we do need the perception roll.
Like, why isn't this working? Was I pulled up the wrong?
Nice.
Roll me a d20. Pass the next 6 hours. And as dawn approaches and your 6 hours runs out, morning breaks. You each awaken to the patter of raindrops dancing upon the leaves and melting away the snow. And it's still a little bit of a glistening coming off the area as you all wake up to begin the second day of the journey. And till next week.
Yeah, we only got to play for like an hour.
You say we.
You, good sir.
It's the royal we.
Oh, I'm sorry. The W was flipped. I meant.
He made it 1/3 of the way to Swornsteed.
And we didn't want to go fast. We're gonna do it anyway.
No, we're still going at the normal speed.
Well, we didn't want to go fast because it was gonna slow down like things, but then this was actually the thing that's now affecting us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody watching in chat, watching on demand. This is the conclusion of the on-demand portion of our session. We do have some additional stuff that we do live, so if you're watching on demand, come watch live. But until that happens, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Bye.
Goodbye.